And he command all the 6 brigades for the city of Bamenda. The general, when I fight that Cameroonian, the general, we will see, he carry all the forces there. He take over Bamenda with that operation change. And the general, he don't send message for the leader, for the office, for the leader for war of independence. And the defense and the war council of Ambazonia. Tell them, say, that Republic of Cameroon colonial government, you know, if you make law, impose upon the Ambazonian people. You know, if you make law, it pass up inside Amazonia. And when the general don't talk CDC, make political leadership, it call
fellow Ambazonians, good afternoon and welcome to this special edition of our town hall meeting. We shall give a little time for more people to join before we commence. And we'll be calling on the technical team to give us to bring us forth some memorial videos, if any. My name is Ambassador Fwabe. I'll be your coordinator, being assisted by your comrade in the struggle, Iron Lady Abu Free. We shall be coordinating today's town hall meeting. In today's special town hall meeting, we shall be dealing with the activities within MESAM for the past 1 week. And we shall be having the Commander-in-Chief and President of the Ambazonia War of Independence, Dr. Cho Ayaba. Alongside, we shall also be having the Defense Chair of the Ambazonia War Council, in the person of Mr. Benedict Kwa. Welcome also, Dr. Free. Do you have something for the population waiting already? You can unmute yourself, right? Okay, let me give an assistant. DEPCOM, can you make Comrade Abu Free co-host?
Okay, he just did. Thank you. Thank you, Chief of Staff. Everybody, welcome. And like the Chief of Staff said, we are going to wait for more people to join in, and then we go ahead and start. So, but thank you all for joining us, and just be patient, and we will try as much as possible to start early today. So I'm excited for today.
Thank you, Comrade Abufri. Our technical team, if you have some memorial videos that we can watch, you could put them on while we wait that more participants join so that we can officially kickstart. EPCOM, are you there?
We are ready. My fellow Ambazonians, this is Dr. Choayeva, fellow soldiers of the Ambazonian Revolution. Yesterday we watched with horror. We watched with horror our sisters, our girls, our children enwrapped in mud. We watched in horror video of our sisters struggling, crying, mourning in the face of the army of occupation. We watch with horror in the land of our birth, the pride of our nation, the harbinger of our customs and our tradition, the mothers of our children. We watch in horror the pride of Ambazonia being robbed in mud, being humiliated. Fellow citizens of Ambazonia, if you ever doubted for one reason the reasons for which you fight, if you ever doubted for one moment if you should continue prosecuting this revolution, if you ever had doubt in your mind about the justness of our cause, the video we watched yesterday should remind you every day of your life, should remind you at every second, should remind you of the brutality, of the evil nature of the system that has been imposed in our land for more than 60 years. Fellow citizens, this is war. This is war. If you are not fighting, get out your diggers, get out your shovels, dig trenches, cut the roads into two, block them from entering our neighborhoods, use your cutlasses and bring down the trees. Bring Ambazonia to a standstill. This is war. We cannot, as a people, we cannot, as brave soldiers of this revolution, watch our vulnerable women, watch the pride of Ambazonia rocked into mud by the dark evil and dark faces of the colonial state. Rise up from every block, rise up from every neighborhood, exert pain on these people, fight them and chase them to the gates of hell, fight them until you are able to conquer Ambazonia. We watch with horror the undignified way with which Cameroon has treated us for more than 50 years. Capture
recording video. This is your time. This is your time, Amba warriors, to write your history. This is your time, soldiers of the revolution, to let Cameroon pay. This is your time to arrest them all, to bring them to me alive, for them to face the justice of Ambazonia. Rise up, cut the roads into two, dig trenches on every road to avoid reinforcement in areas you control. Block the streets with every material. Block the roads into your neighborhoods. Bring Ambazonia to a standstill. Make Ambazonia ungovernable, unpassable. Increase the cost of the occupation. The price for the occupier will be high. The price for its supporters, its enablers, its sponsors will be high. Ambazonia will never forget. It is tattooed in our brains and our minds forever. The humiliation and anguish of our people will never go away until Cameroon is brought to justice. All the perpetrators of injustice in Ambazonia are brought to book to face the anger of the Ambazonian people. We will prevail over Cameroon. Sooner than later. The earlier you rise up with your block, the better. God bless you all. We will give our life. My fellow Ambazonians, this is Dr. Chowayama. Yesterday, the National Security Council, the Ambazonian Governing Council, met in an enlarged session comprising of the executive of the AGOC, executive of the Defense Council, the policy chiefs, and the communication chiefs. We met to review the current trend of events as far as our war of independence is concerned. We took stock of the recent threats to our forces on the ground, the declarations made by Mr. Sako and his communications chief, Mr. Ano. We examined past events. For example, attempted killing of General RK of the British Southern Cameroon Restoration Forces, the kidnapping and disappearance of General Koraman, the conspiracy that led to the death of General Ivo. We took into account the incidents of that led to the assassination of General Nginyam. We took into consideration the statement by Dr. Sako on the whereabouts of the 23 fighters of the Ambazonian Defense Forces and sister forces. We looked at their trend in terms of relationship with other movements, the impeachment of Seseko, the building of persistent conspiracies against Seseko. We took into consideration the declaration of war on the Amazonian Defense Forces, the inspiring of tribalism from the Bialem, Bui, and Momo. We took into consideration the fact that it engineers civilian population to attack fighters. We also took into consideration the massive embezzlement of funds, public funds, collected to be directed to armed Ambazonians. We took into consideration other secret deals being done with the Swiss HD and the deep involvement of the Swiss HD in some of the activities that they are doing and how those activities have emboldened the rhetorics of Mr. Sako and Mr. Chris Ano. We also took into cognizance the fact that there are several people working under them who are dissatisfied all of these things. And I've been working extremely very hard to see that our forces can work together. We took into consideration the fact that these two men are the greatest problem that their own group face. That they are reasonable people with whom we can still work to build cohesion on the ground and at the political level. And the National Security Council decided that declaration of these people as infiltrators and spoilers is consistent with all of the actions that they have been doing. Fellow Ambazonians, infiltrators are people planted in particular struggles to cause confusion, to cause in-house fighting for purposes that might be beneficial to them personally or beneficial to the opponent that we are fighting against. I want to remind every Ambazonian that I have been in this struggle for more than 30 years. And I have worked with infiltrators before. The first chairperson of the Southern Cameroon National Council, Barrister Ekontan Ella, after we had worked extremely very hard to mobilize our population, and we had reached the moment to enlarge the SCMC and transform it into the Constituent Assembly of Ambazonia to declare its independence in 1995. Cameroon used the pastor to infiltrate the movement and change the trajectory of where we were headed to. Barrister Ekontan abandoned the ship and left the country to the United States for purposes of head brain surgery. That is how the course was thwarted because of a leader who had acted like an infiltrator. It took us many more years. We of the Southern Cameroons really needed the council, a formidable leader who believed in the argument of force and the force of arms. And we met, myself, Dr. Kwanga was there, late Dr. Yomba, late Chief Ayamba, late Pa Feko. We met in Boya and decided we were going to nominate late Ambassador Epie to take over the leadership. to hold meetings to see how we could revive the struggle, take it away from the hands of infiltrators and politicians. We moved from Dr. Yombang's house to the house of Pa Feko in Bonaberi. We held meetings there for a couple of weeks before transferring the meeting to Mutengene in the chambers of Barrister Bruno. We rebuilt the structures and we created a revolutionary council and nominated Justice Ebong as the head, Dr. Yombang as the treasurer. From there, we started planning on how to take Radio Boya to declare independence at the dawn of the new millennium. In June of 1998, myself and the defense chair, we jumped onto a ship at the port of Douala that took us 30 days to escape the country. From Germany, we worked tirelessly to project Ambazonia, demonstrations, meetings across Germany, across Europe. We rebelled institutions that had been scattered by people who thought they were entitled to power and who thought, you could fight the Cameroon using the force of argument. While in Germany, we were still working with the ground leadership. And another infiltrator came into the help of the struggle. That is documented. He was pushed as the new chairperson of the SCNC. He traveled to Germany. We had a series of meetings. We went back and moved to become the chairperson for Fekafoot, abandoned the struggle, sold out many ideas that we had worked on. Bringing you this history for you to understand why each time we identify infiltrators, each time we see the same signals and signs that we have seen before, we come across in a very strict manner to oppose them. Let me tell you something. If we fail in this revolution now, and we have to restart it 20 years again, many of you will oppose most of the things that you are accepting today, because you must have had the experience of living through them and experience of how they ended. It is this experience that informs sometimes the decisions we make. The experience of knowing politicians who infiltrate the struggle to hijack it for their own purpose. Experience of understanding when people do not understand what it will take to free the people. Experience of understanding when leaders do not understand what is at stake and what they need to do. These are the experiences that have guided actions that we have taken, that have informed our judgment. And in deciding yesterday to declare Sako and Cristiano as infiltrators and spoilers, it is not only the things that they have done to derail our struggle, to cause infighting, to bring disrepute to our liberation struggle, to attack the integrity of others, to undermine others. Infiltrators do not coexist. Infiltrators want to govern and lead alone, so they can take every struggle in the direction they determine. So they can never be held accountable in terms of how they acquire and use funds. Those are typical characteristics of infiltrators. And they always like to be at the top, because it is from the top that they can derail. Remember, Agbobala navigated his way skillfully to the top to determine the direction. These are classical characteristics you must observe. Some people have claimed the AGOC and myself, we always wanted our way or want to walk alone. No, the experiences I'm giving you of more than 30 years did not occur while we were at the top. I served Barrister Ella. We left Moliko on a daily basis, moved to his home and hoisted the flag. I served Ambassador Henry Fossa. I served Justice Ebong. I served Chief Ayamba. I served John Frundi. I even spent time guarding him in 1992 when he was under house arrest. I stayed there for weeks. So all of these experiences have not been gathered when we were at the top. Even now, we are not still at the top. We consider ourselves as the vanguard of this revolution. Because we have been vanguard in the past 30 years when infiltrators captured the helm of our struggle and decided they were going to mortgage it for their own personal gains. Remember Simon Bonsman, that was the spokesman of the SCNC, who defended the SCNC. And when an opportunity showed itself for an international position, he changed his direction. They always want to be at the top. They always want to speak for everyone. Coexistence for them is unacceptable because coexistence means ideas are debated, directions are determined by collective consensus. I want to address these two forces of the Amazonian Defense Forces and forces the Amazonian Defense Forces. We have learned in the past days that Mr. Sako, they have given orders for people to attack you. I have passed instructions to the defense to our commanders. ADF camps are military zones. No one gets 1 kilometer close to one ADF camp. Not any sister force, not civilian. Any civilian population engineered to use itself as a weapon against our forces defending the flag and the anthem will be considered as a military force, and our forces will exercise the right to defend themselves. ADF forces on the ground must take every measure wherever they are to protect our population, to defend themselves, and take defensive and offensive action against any threat to their position that undermines them and consequently undermines the defense of our country. At the political level, we will pursue these guys, expose them, banish them from the body politics of our war in defense. In most countries, embezzlers of public funds that undermine the lives of people will be sentenced to death. And this is what these two men, Sako and Chris Arnold, meant. Ambazonians, revelations are coming out every day on their activities. You have not even heard or listened to half of what they have done to harm our revolution. If we were not well armed, the Republic would have defeated us. We were destroyed before by infiltrators because we couldn't defend ourselves. The only reason they have not succeeded now is because we were wise. From the beginning, we went to arm our people. It has been difficult for La Republic to defeat us because of those arms. It has been difficult for the infiltrators to defeat us because of those arms. And that's why you must commit to arming the people to defend the freedom and independence declared and restored. Fellow Ambazonians, infiltration is as old as revolutions. Ours is not unique. It is not trying to undermine others. You have seen what has happened to our collective endeavors. You have seen how soldiers, generals, kidnapped, they have been killed, blackmailed, their sacrifices undermined for the sole interest of the quest for money, the quest for their own individual survival. They have not to lose. They cannot tell you of any of their relations, their friends, or people they know who lost their lives. If they had won, they would have respected that war of independence. It would have been personal. For them, they did not have such a struggle for independence. For us, it is about our existence. God bless Ambazonia.
Yeah, good evening again, fellow Ambazonians, and welcome again to this special edition of Egg of Seed Town Hall meeting. And the theme for today is replenishing MESAM. We are all aware of the activities that have been taking place within MESAM this past 1 week. And the president of the Ambazonia War of Independence called for this emergency town hall meeting to interact with fellow Ambazonians. And so it's not going to be on a strict agenda, but we shall be interacting with the leadership of the Egg of Sea shall be interacting with fellow Ambazonians. My name is Ambassador Fwabe. I'm Chief of Staff also of the Egg of Sea and coordinator for Meme and Fako. I'll be coordinating today alongside Comrade Abu Free. Comrade Abu Free, welcome. If Comrade Abu Free is there, well, if she's not yet there, we are going to introduce her later on again. And as I said, we do not have any strict agenda for today. We are going to have an opening prayer that is going to be led by the overall ground coordinator for the ADF, Comrade On The Move. We shall also thereafter have the national anthem. I hope the technical team are getting set for that national anthem to be tuned in. And then we shall also have a moment of silence in honor of our fallen heroes. And as I said, the rest of it is going to be interaction with the leadership of the Egg of Sea ADF that are going to be here present. Dr. Cho Ayaba and Benedict Kwa, the defense chair of the Ambazonia War Council. If Comrade Abu Free is there, you're welcome again.
Thank you so much, Chief of Staff. Sorry about that. I had an incoming call, so it froze this one. Fellow Ambazonians, thank you for joining us today. We are excited to have you all again. Like the Chief of Staff said, today's town hall meeting is about replenishing MESAM. We've seen the wonderful work that the defenders on Ground Zero are doing in Bamenda. So we are grateful, we are thankful for you all for being here and for making that happen. So yeah, we are going to go ahead and start. Chief of Staff,
yeah,
did I hear you say Wali on the Move should Comrade
yes,
Wali on the Move? Okay,
exactly that. If Comrade Wali on the Move is there, we shall be waiting on her to take up with prayers.
Okay, I'm here. I just
thank you.
We shall pray by inviting God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Heavenly Father, we praise and thank you for calling us to be your children in your Son Jesus. You have made us in your image, and you have shared your life and love with us. Gentle Savior, you are the vine, and we are the branches. May we be one with you as you are one with the Father. Heal our wounds of division. Renew in us your call to be the witnesses in the world, to renew the face of the earth in building up communities of faith and love. We pray, Father, that as you have gathered us today, let our voice be heard. Father, touch every heart that is here today. Let them dip in their pocket and try our possible best. We did not choose ourselves to be here. You chose us to be here. Father, we pray that you open our realms, both in the spiritual and physical. Father, our leaders that are going to then lead us and are meeting international communities, let the opponents see you before they ever see them. Let them be invisible. Your word say we must decrease and you must increase. So your spirit in us must increase. Father, we also pray that there are fighters on the ground. We pray that you select them, Father, for only the ones that you have chosen will stand the test of time. Father, we pray that like you reduce the fighters of Gideon from 30,000 to 300, so shall you do, because when you put your name, emptiness will turn into reality. We know, Father, that you will cover them with your precious blood. We pray that any place that they have gathered to meditate or to talk negative about us, Father, the same spirit that you went to church and scatter everything, may that spirit arise wherever they have gathered to be negative about us. For your word also say you will fight for us, and no weapon fashioned against us will succeed. We pray all this, and we know that, Father, you have given us humility. At the end of the day, will bring back the glory to you. In Jesus' mighty name, we have prayed with thanksgiving. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you very much, OGC, Overall Ground Coordinator for the ADF. And as I said, next we are going to have the national anthem of Ambazonia. We call on the technical team to tune in that national anthem lyrics.
Hail this land of glory, we Ambazonia, nation loyalty. Praise to our Savior who granted us the freedom. And let us to the hero who called the lonely gather. Glory to glory, we rise and never to fall. Carrying the nation, flowing with the body. Glory, glory, glory to the Father for making you a nation and joy forevermore. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty in our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God being the watchman of His nation. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty in our need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God being the watchman of His nation.
Thank you from the technical team for that national anthem. We shall then observe a moment of silence in memory of our fallen heroes. May the souls of our departed heroes rest in perfect peace.
Amen.
Thank you very much. And we are in the core of the town hall meeting for today. As we said, the theme is to replenish MESAM. In the past week, you've seen a lot of activities happening within the Atlantic state, the Savannah state rather. Thanks to your commitment when we last met in our town hall meeting, your contribution, of course, motivated the boys and girls on the ground, and you saw the result for yourself. And so today we shall be discussing about this and the reaction of the operational regime from Yaoundé. And as I said, we shall be having the commander-in-chief and the defense chair today, and we're going to have an interaction with them. It is a fundraiser to replenish MESAM. We do not have any specific time when we're going to call in for fundraiser, but we think that within this interaction, if you are touched and really want to motivate these boys on the ground, simply raise a hand. We are going to reach out to you or give you the opportunity to talk, and we'll move on from there. Comrade Abu Free.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chief of Staff. So like the Chief of Staff said, you know, for the last few days, our forces, you know, they don't project power and control for Bamenda. You know, the general, the overall general for Ground Zero, it deploy all 6 units for MESAM to prove to LRC, say, you know, the world, or to prove to LRC and the world, say, you know, we be in total control You know, so for the first time, you know, the weapons, the way these our fighters them on the ground, you know, they deploy were one of the biggest. And now why that way LRC or La Republic military, you know, and their gendarme them pick ball, they disappear, they pick ball run. So, you know, the funny partner say La Republic police go march for their military camp because they not be safe anymore for Bamenda. So when the city where these boys they do them. So when we talk about the ADF, you know, when we talk about their strength, you know, they are well planned. They have a well calculated move. You know, they be extremely strategic and they are so well trained for the takeover where we don't put them in place. You know, Bamenda they fall into the hands of the people of Ambazonia. And so, you know, just one day, and you know, the rest of the week, we see how these boys them they put the police inspector and maybe about 2 Bs just for one day, you know, using more than 10,000 bullets, you know, during that operation. So the plan now for take over Bamenda, we don't take over Bamenda, but we want to take over like for the real sense of the word. We need to keep the fire alive. You know, we can't slow down at this point in time. And why that would get this town hall meeting today, because we need UNA for help replenish these our boys them on the ground, all the bullets the way they don't use, like I mentioned earlier. So we go to bring in the chief of staff say we go to bring in the CIC as well as the DEF chair for expand more on this. Chief of staff, over to you.
Yeah, we could not forget also we will bring in the deputy defense chair for the Savannah State, Comrade Kapo, and he go debrief with the things the way it don't happen for inside the Mezam. Unasiam, we want to send words to the Ambazonian people. When we be the ADF, we decide say they should go pick up guns for defend our right to exist as a people. Spoilers then be enter for inside. The spoil on our activities them we don't put that in place. When we see how we begin for that, we move to Batibo. When we see how hot Batibo it be day and other places them. When General Ivo be moved down to Meme, and spoilers they be enter for inside. They take out General Ivo, they spoil on a revolution. It don't take we very long time again to build back to that standard. And when I don't see the action for inside Mezam, when I see how military officers said they run as stupid as he did, he run go hide now behind petrol station tank. Where if he say shoot bullet for day, it go wipe his up. We say this way for try for fire one bullet for day. More see the reaction them. So we're boys and they on the winning side with the praying as a spoiler, they not come again, can't turn on our mind. More nowhere when they put on our money, when I commit on our money, where when I get the result. When I don't hear about people draw make draft, when I don't hear they call millions. We come for you when I give we $10,000, $12,000 last time, when I see what you don't put that in use of. People the way they don't give them hundreds of thousands of dollars, when I never hear any reaction. Which way they try to do outside there again, now for still the una victory the one that don't record them for inside Meza. So my fellow Amazonians them make una know where una they put una money and una make sure say this so people not fool una again. Say this so there be a government somewhere and say the one control some military where na go take we to independent. The ADF will be ready for do the work for una, they don't prove the work. Una put trust on them, give them that weapon them with the fit can fight on your behalf. We there for diaspora. Some comrades say something last time, it really touched me for heart. We hide for diaspora, some people that they laid their life for we, and always way that they ask we and say, make we give them those weapons and make them go fight on our behalf. And so we come here today for encourage una and for tell una also when the chairman will come here, of course he will tell una again about the reaction of La Republique du Cameroon for inside Mezam and the action then alongside with other partners in our coalition, which they don't decide about the banning of commercial motorbikes inside Mezam. When I already read some of those briefings, those releases that we don't make them for our side. For we also call on fellow Ambazonians and say, people that will private car in solidarity with commercial bike riders, make all motorbikes and private cars and stay indoors. Many people, they don't misquote them. We need to call for, say, many people, they sit indoors, but they say commercial vehicles, private cars, motorbikes, we no one see anyone for road in solidarity with our commercial motorbike riders. Those commercial motorbike riders, of course, they feed a whole family. They estimated for inside Bamenda, we get about 15,000 of them. If we get 15,000 of them, where they send me the sick for house, and those 15,000 people, they get family where they take care of. When I imagine the population where they try for punishment. And so we only work in solidarity for overturn that decision. If Comrade Capo would be available, we would like me to throw away some briefings for inside the state of, inside the Savannah State. Comrade Capo, the present for this show already?
I don't think I need to see on the list, but PS, they actually reach out to you right now. So if he carry on, and then when he get in, yeah.
Thank you. So una be also here say the fire, as Comrade Abu Free explain the fire be too much for the civil administrators and for inside Mezam. And so the military, they will take control over. We see how the governor for inside Bamenda, they transport you from Bafusam to upstation, make an announcement, say that they ban things. In office stay again, the military now that they control it means they would win. Yeah. And so we will not relent again our effort, because we relent our effort, they will push us back. Now we're supposed to push up, make sure say this will completely throw them over across the martyrdom. Comrade Abu Free,
yeah,
Comrade Capo.
Absolutely. And when we talk about, when we hear, I remember till I be day small, they talk chop fire, with the hear of Bamenda people. And I just want, make mention, say the spirit of Bamenda chop fire, get to be elevated to a whole new level, to another level. The ADF fighters, they need we all. There is this quote that a revolution is not a bed of roses. A revolution is a struggle between the future and the past, right? And we do understand, we don't already understand. I think we don't already understand our past now, why that we be here today. But to be able for build a strong future, a strong future for our people, our children, we need for invest. Right? And this investment, it be enough for our picking them, the one that we never yet born them, the future we try for invest in is for a world-class educational system, a world-class healthcare services, good governance, great infrastructures, and so on and so forth. So this our defenders of women and children, they do a fantastic job for make sure say we chase La Republic to the gates of hell, and we need for feed them arm-wise. So we call again, we day here that because we want make Mezam actually fully 100% fall into the hands of the Ambazonian people. And we know say we're not going to make that happen. We be grateful for every single dime that they already put up on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, some people themselves on a daily basis. We be extremely grateful, but we trust say all we want freedom. And for freedom to be achieved and attained, we have to invest. I think I don't get notification to say Comrade Capo don't join.
Okay.
Yeah.
Comrade Capo, if you did for day, we would expect say this, so you go the join we for give we briefing for what did happen for inside the Savannah State. But we could welcome the leader of the Ambazonia War of Independence, Dr. Cho Ayabawe, to join in. As I said, the president get a special address we want to make, and today we got the would get a reactionary conversation with the president for the Ambazonia War of Independence today, alongside with the defense chair of the Ambazonia War Council. The technical team will put we up again that payment routes, them again, make people then watch. People, the way the one for commit on monthly basis, they go for what tough.net, and they will be able for commit on monthly basis. People, the way the one used by the Cash App number there for there, 682-217-5006. People, the way they will also pay in through text. The number also there for there, and if you foresee that number completely, but it is 183360. Comrade Abu Free, be able to read that all?
No, I need to even see myself.
Okay, but if people also want to contribute through the PayPal, you contact any of our team on the chat side, and they will give you our PayPal account, because we understand say La Republic, they do everything for infiltrate us, block una money them, we una put in for the use of the soldiers. So for security reason, we keep those PayPal account contact, and we release them out only for specific people there that make that request. Comrade Capo, if you don't be ready, we go one for get briefings from the.
Well, I got a message that.
While we wait for Capo, I just want to extend a message of thanks to all those who joined the talk recently, especially to our brother comrade Samuel Ayer. Thank you very much for your great contribution. And message of thanks to Annabelle. Annabelle, I thank you so much for your contribution to the Mezam and the support you have sent to the fallen soldiers' children. We are sending the support to the children on Monday. Thank you very much, Annabelle, for that support. We are getting in touch with them, and as early as Monday, the money will be sent. And to all those I cannot be calling the names here, thank you very much for joining the talk recently. And many thanks to those who are there monthly. You are doing a great job, and from your support, we are moving the stone gradually to the end point. Thank you very much. I hear.
Thank you very much, Registrar. And as will be said, I personally be touched at every moment for say make a support with the boys and they do on the ground. If you obstruct us, you simply tell us where you commit with, and we go to wait for Comrade Capo. Comrade Abu Free, you want to say something before Capo come in?
He already there in, so I don't send you an unmute request. Comrade Capo, can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, carry on, and thanks for joining.
Oh, thank you very much. I salute Oman for house, our hierarchy. I salute them, and all money cafe day up, all money place a day. Una accept greetings for we for the Ambazonian Defense Council. So unfortunately, I know if we come on time, we will get some other obligations that we try for handle them on ground zero. And I expect say my report today could be based on the incident, the way they unfold, in particularly for the Savannah states. And so I could just go directly on the issue them, where then be highly reported. And we had a meeting with our operative in ground zero on the 28th of August. And that in that meeting, we were made to know that the Cameroon administration in Bamenda had crumbled under our policy of Operation Sleepless Night, which was a strategy to sustain a long-term continual attack on the infrastructure of the colonial administration in Bamenda. The military, the civil colonial administration had succumbed to our pressure, and the military had taken over Bamenda on the 28th of August. It was not announced, but our assessment was that we had achieved ungovernability of Bamenda. That was unprecedented, and it was the first city, major city, talking about Boya, Bamenda, Kumba, that had completely fallen over under our control dynamically. So it was a big celebration in the Ambazonia Defense Forces, and we had submitted a report to the Ambazonia Governing Council, the President's Office, and we had a report engage the Cameroon military once we see them asserting themselves in our territory in Bamenda. The military started to approach people. That was on the 2nd of September to physically take control of administering Bamenda. The military approached the traders in Bamenda to inform them of their decision to close the market. The military closed the banks, and the military was fully in control physically and visibly on the 2nd of September. On the 1st of October, we received an order from the governing council for us to launch an all-out assault with all of our units in Bamenda. That happened on the 1st of October. One of our units neutralized 2 police officers under the colonial administration. One of them was a constable, a corporal, and the other one was a police commissioner. And a third was ambushed. The third, we understand, was receiving treatment in the Bamenda General Hospital. The commissioner had not been pronounced dead, neither have the Cameroon government mentioned this incident on the media. But we had confirmation from our generals that we neutralized 2 on the spot. Their weapons were all recovered, but the specific units that were involved have remained classified. The Ambazonia Defense Forces have decided not to release information to identify this specific unit. We have also seen significant use of internal communique and internal agent within the Ambazonian liberation to try to extract this information about which exact unit was involved in this operation in Bamenda. And our communication have been tight, and we are very happy that all our operative, we didn't have any leakage in terms of this regard. So we have also seen that after the governing council had made some statement, and the ADF has also made some statement informing the international community and the Ambazonian people that the colonial administration in Bamenda have fallen, and it was now they have receded now to a complete military occupation, which would mean that after the military, the military is the last line of their occupation. So when the international community knew that the Bamenda had a state of emergency, the military was in charge. The governor, Lele Afrique, which has fled Bamenda, and the Mr. Paul, who is the so-called imposed mayor of Bamenda, and the government delegate who are also resident in Yaoundé. They flew in Lele Afrique overnight to come to Bamenda to make a declaration that stated that they had a meeting that was, in the presence of that meeting was the mayor and the government delegate, but there were no evidence that these persons were in Bamenda. Only Lele Afrique was there, and he was lifted up back to Boya. Our defenses held. We had the operation on the 1st of October that included 6 of our units, as I've earlier said. We attacked La République du Cameroun in hospital roundabout. We overran one of their positions in Bangui Road that had received backup from Bangui. We also had an attack in Kwen. Most of our citizens in Kwen had always demanded that they want to see some actions. So it was great relief. We had 2 locations, a gendarme post in Hosana Kwata, that is beside Tambesi, was attacked. Lower junction of Amumezam up to Baele was attacked. We had a grenade attack in Up Station. We had another attack in the Congress Hall. We had all our units, they went out. It was a big opportunity for us to do a test run of our takeover plan. It was 100% successful. The Cameroon military, they were taken aback. Their response was far below what we were expecting from them. It really shows that they are weaker than we had expected. And we have since received feedback. We have also conducted some polls to test the pulse of our population, and the jubilation back home was just overwhelming. As I speak to you guys today, we are still having messages coming from our people ground zero to congratulate our generals and to congratulate us for the wonderful job we have done. There have been some questions whether the population who were really scared about the heavy gun firing in Bamenda were traumatized by those events. On the contrary, our people have been extremely excited, and the wave of instigated kidnapping for ransom that had dampened the morale of our people and making some people to question the future of the arms resistance. If we had 5% down, I can assure you people that the morale of our people are higher than ever before. The support for the armed resistance is as higher as ever before, and we are in good spirit. We had briefly paused our fighting to give space for our civilians to return back to some type of a normalcy during this war circumstances, but the imposition of a ban of a motorbike by people Bensikin in specific areas in Bamenda had triggered a request by the Bensikin community in Bamenda for intervention and from the Ambazonia Defense Forces. Our ground zero leadership had a series of meetings with them, and they decided to have a complete ban for motor vehicle circulation in Bamenda until that ban was lifted. The decision was submitted to me. I submitted to the War Council, and we submitted to the President's office. And the plan that was initiated by Ground Zero was approved. We have made a statement, and consultation have been done according to what we have heard from the Governing Council with other factions, and we have informed the general public that we have completely banned all motor vehicles, and we are calling on the people to observe it in the spirit of solidarity to the Bensikin community. There are over registered Bensikin members are over 15,000 of them. Most of them are in their prime, and they are sustaining a huge number of our population with income from the Bensikin. So it's not just a matter of the war, it's also a matter of solidarity in the spirit of one for all, all for one. We have to take this decision, which is a very tough decision. We have consulted with the Taxi Driver Association. They have decided, they have also given us indication that they will also assist and understand the need for them to bear this pain with the Bensikin drivers and to put enough pressure to make sure that things are happening for the Bensikin drivers. They have gone through a lot of pain. They have been the main target from the colonial administration. They have targeted them for tax. They have forced them to put on dresses that they have refused. They have done everything to reject the colonial administration and protect the integrity of the revolution. So this is a highly sensitive sector, and it is a big provocation that they are being targeted repeatedly. The attack we had in Bamenda, we did not actually use any Bensikin. The attack on the 1st of October, our soldiers came into town. We don't want to give details, but people who saw our soldiers in action never see any of our soldiers using Bensikin. This is a bogus claim from the occupation forces, and we really cannot take it. So the decision have been made. The press release have been released. Ground Zero is ready to implement. All of our units are going to implement this ban till further notice. And we have had some few reservations that have been passed over to the Governing Council, but make no mistake, the ban on Tuesday.
Well, it looked like we lost Comrade Kapo there.
Okay, I thought it was me. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like we don't lost Comrade Kapo along the line, and Comrade Kapo, make you not go away. We'll see the come back again for you. We want to say the town hall today, now interaction between fellow Ambazonians them and the leadership of EGOFC ADF. Again, we'll not get no specific time or one launch that fundraiser, but we'll say today we want for purposely come here for replenish Mezam for the activities, the way they don't do them, the bullets, the way they don't use them. We believe say this all Ambazonians, then they will willingly want for replenish those bullets so that in this coming week and onward, more action going to take place inside Bamenda to make sure say this will withdraw these people then completely out of Bamenda. Bamenda be the first stronghold, will get complete control. Mean complete control way means say even military no go to pass for inside our town again. So people there, the one join the TOF will be grateful for the one there. They already joined our TOF network. say more people will call on more Ambazonians and commit on a monthly basis by going to our TOF and registering there for a monthly basis commitment. The cash app number also there for there 682-217-5006. You feel also make your commitment through text for people there within the United States and Canada. I think you can text to +1 833-603-0772. Comrade Capo, as I say, make it no go away because a lot of questions in the way fellow Ambazonians they'll get the opportunity today for talking with you. Unfortunately, we lost you along the line. Mr. Seb Abua already asked you some question, particularly say we see Comrade John Baakoro of the consortium also make a release in support of a ban where the egg of sea it don't impose inside Mezam as a reaction to the ban of commercial benskin within our city of Bamenda. And we want to make Comrade Capo give the clarification because people they look they see them like maybe one put more suffering on already suffering people of Bamenda. I understand say this, so that ban not include people moving around with their normal activities then from Tuesday to Sunday. We get the normal goes down on Monday and we'll continue on Tuesday. We ban only on all bikes and private cars. Comrade Capo, of course, will see the get here, make it confirm that again, or when we don't get to the president, of course, it will enlighten me again more. So I want to ask Comrade Capo whether that participation, that support will come from Comrade John Baakoro. We also get something like that from the IGK we would collaborate with. Comrade Abu Free, if you not get something for tell fellow Ambazonians, them we go think say this, so we will introduce the president of the Ambazonia War of Independence. And get some special address we want to make today, or we want appeal for say one for get more money for buy more bullets them for they can equip Bamenda precisely.
And before Mr. President comes in, I just want again, as we did the talk, again, we all know say we did do we did do a fundraiser as well. So as my fellow co-host, we don't mention the different ways that if you do your donation. So we go appreciate as we did now the talk, if you actually go ahead and make your donation. And I just want to thank Comrade Cho, who I don't just receive a first notification for Comrade Cho, where you don't make $200 into my Zelle account. So Comrade Cho, thank you. I don't receive them. So again, if you want just go start making your donation, please go ahead. Mr. President, over to you. I think we have to. All right, I sent you a request to unmute.
Thanks a lot, great team, people. I really wanted us to have an interactive session, and I think I like the way it's going. So I see the deaf chair, the chairman of the War Council. When he pops into meeting, he's always very silent. Good to have you here. That's a gentleman. We've known ourselves for, I think, 32 years. We founded the SCYL together. I was the chairman of the strategic committee. We are the Faculty of Sciences in the University of Boya. I think he played number 9. I was grappling with number 11. That's the guy I remember on the 25th of March of 1997, when we had lost Bamenda. We wanted to capture Bafut and control towards the Womb area. And the two of us were in our war center and we were doubting who to go to the battle. And he's a soft-spoken person. He looked at me and he said, I will go. We didn't have a gun. So I left in Tarinko and I went around looking for a 2-round gun for him. I didn't find it. I took a war knife. I gave it to him. He got his back. And Then there was no cell phone, so there was no means of communication. And he left for Bafut that night. I think there were, he'll give the number, there were about 30 marching from Bamenda to Bafut. That day we lost one of our best commanders, and we got the chief of staff, who is of late now, also wounded. And at about 6 a.m. the next morning, I was waiting and I started hearing sirens of the military coming in. But very late in the night, an intel came to me that I should leave that headquarters. The military has marked it out. I left in Tarancon very late in the night and moved across to Mbengui Park. There was no place. I break into a small room and stayed there. And very early I came back. And the military was passing with the wounded soldiers. I thought the chairman of the War Council had been killed. I waited and I fell asleep, and in my dream, the door opened and he entered, dirty. And since a soft-spoken guy, he said, "I nearly got killed." I was so grateful to see him. And he said, "The chief of staff is wounded." And we lost the commander, I think it was Nipa. So we left, I think at about midday, we left to Cow Street, where the chief of staff had been moved. And we saw him, he was wounded in his hand. The bullet passed through his stomach. And I removed my leather jacket, I gave it to him. And he said, "We have to attack these people this night." And I'm looking at him, wounded, bleeding in a small hole in the house where we had kept him. And he was saying we had to attack them. Our intelligence officer of late, her name Celine, she's of late, I think she died probably 1999, I'm not quite sure.
Wow.
This is the journey we have made. I tell you this, so you people always hear of Dr. Cho Ayaba, you know very little of the others. This is the chief of staff sitting here. We met in 2002 in Frankfurt when Gorgie and myself were addressing a conference. And this guy came in and they were waiting for Ayaba. The conference could not start because I was not there. And I walked in my small self and he was like, "Excuse me, we've been here for 2 hours waiting for this little man." And I never knew of the story. So when the conference finished, we boarded the train from Frankfurt, and he walked over to me holding the camera. And we greeted each other. I think I moved over to him.
Yeah, you move over to me.
Yes, I moved over to him and greeted him. 2002, that's how our friendship started. But this is the better part of it. We wanted to seize over the Cameroon embassy because we thought La République had occupied our country for too long. We said we will seize over that embassy, put our flag, and hold it for at least 43 minutes. In the secret meeting that we held, I asked who is going to hoist the flag because I was going for the military attaché. Who will hoist the flag? This chief of staff said, "I will hoist the flag." I had never really known him in detail, but that courage was raw. We planned for more than 1 month. Very early, on the 1st of October 2002, I guess, we stormed the Cameroon embassy. As I was headed for the military attaché, he dashed into the yard straight and changed the flag. We sat in. The Cameroon officials ran from the embassy. You could see the occupier, how scared they were. We were poignant, determined. We seized it, changed the flag, put our own emblems, and we took it over. We felt like we were free. When the Germans came, they arrested us. Most of you must have seen that video. We are still around, overseeing the liberation of the homeland. We are so grateful God has kept us together, kept us alive to be able to prosecute this liberation to its logical conclusion. In memory of all those who died before us, the more than 15 who died in Kondengi between 1997 and 1999, including Julius Ngundi, Faye Lawrence, Ntanen Daniel, Pa Zakaria Khan, Chenemo, and all the others who died in our name. I tell you these things because you easily forget. You think it started in 2016. We've been around for more than 33 years. God willing, we'll be around until our republic is gone. My people, we talk a lot, I know, myself included, but we work hard, extremely very hard, to make sure homeland is free. This is a people's war of liberation. That's why no traitor, no infiltrator can derail it. It is controlled from the bottom up. We are servants, and we will serve at your behest to make sure we restore your freedom. Last time we told you we have the potential to take over Bamenda. But before General Ivo died, we had the potential to take over Buea. We planned for it. The chairman himself seated there, they planned for it perfectly, and I was briefed. We knew how to move from his headquarters right in Kumba area, seize over Moyoka, seize over Ekona, seize and move over to Buea. We planned it to about 1,000 men to march it there before he was betrayed. We planned before General Efang was kidnapped with 22 others who have been murdered through the instructions of the infiltrator. We went around to mobilize our people for an eventual takeover. We worked so hard. We became sellers of pins in real wars of independence. Leaders like myself and defense chairpersons and chiefs of staffs and the others like the PS seated there are sitting in secure places, protected, walking over millions of dollars as budget. We became pin sellers to buy the materials, primarily first to ensure the men we had commissioned for liberation stayed alive. Stayed alive. If you think of independence, think about those who fight for it, that they have to first stay alive. That is the primary responsibility of every leader. Provide them with what it will take for them to stay alive. We work hard. There is no sleep. If you see me, I'm losing hairs every day, always carrying a heavy face because you get up midnight to check your phone where the last commander is. You got our soldiers kidnapped and butchered. Even the passing of General Agaba, the finest man who defended the city of Bamenda. The brave guys walking within that city showed us in the past days their merit as soldiers of the Ambazonian Defense Forces, defending the flag. No pay, nothing, no pension assured, no health insurance, just the belief in the promise of a free country. What we have to do is to make them stay alive. We hurriedly put together this town hall. My people, this is war. This is war. There is no time to rest. There is no I am tired. There is no I have headache. There is no I don't feel good today. This is war against a brutal enemy insisting on controlling you without your consent. However you feel, think about those brave men and women who have given us laughter, taking away the shame imposed on us by Cameroon. Think about it, how proud you feel. I listen to the anthem, I have goosebumps. I look at the flag, I feel good. If I will quit today, and if there is life after death, I will look back on this journey. I will be proud of having been part of this generation. And I tell you, I will be proud of my contribution as an Ambazonian. And
President, I may interrupt you. I am sorry about it, but we said we are going to go for money first. And Dr. Barranca just indicated that he wants to commit. And so we shall be unmuting Dr. Barranca before we come back again to the leader of the Ambazonia War of Independence. Dr. Barranca, if one of the co-hosts can help unmute.
Yeah.
Mr. Baranka, are you there?
I've sent him invitation to unmute.
He's
Okay.
on mute. He's good.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good evening to everybody.
Welcome to the special edition of the town hall meeting with the team Replenishing Mezam.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I'm late. I'm following.
Thank you.
Did you have a question or something to say or a donation to make? We had you raised your hand.
Yeah, because I was trying to come in, but let me follow and then I'll come up with my own option, please.
All right,
Okay,
great.
thank you very much. As we said, at any moment if you are touched by what the boys are doing on the ground to defend Mezam, you can always raise your hand and we'll interrupt whosoever speaker is on the line to give you the opportunity to commit, because that is very important for the boys who have put down their own life for the rest of Ambazonia. So we will continue with the president. No money is small. We expect people to really ask themselves.
The OGC had her hand is up. I don't know if she had unmuted her. I don't know if she wants to say something.
Okay.
OGC.
We'll get along again with the sick, and if there is any other interruption, we're going to come back again to them.
Hello, do you guys hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Yeah. I salute all my way there for house, all my place there. 500 armor cars salute for all my way there inside house. I just want for talk say we dey together. As una hear me, anytime we dey quiet, when I know say the thing we would do for background for the just know anytime when I need to see me, like Republic no say trouble they come. When they see me, they know say things ain't fine. But time when they need to see me, may they know say the thing where they come for them, it be merciless. So I really be happy for way to go on for Mezam. A lot of people, they don't reach out, they don't already give their support. So I want to announce the support the way they already come for me. And most of that support, they, as I talk, they come in yesterday and they already there for road for ground. Because, like I talked, when they know to see my face, they need to see, they need to hear my voice. May they know say, anyway, ma give ma at least appreciate the people the way they don't send through me. We brother for Virginia, Comrade L. You know, everyone might call his name, but he do a lot. I'll just say Comrade L for now. He don't send $1,000. We other Comrade Theo. He don't send $1,000. We comrade more way be here last. We comrade more way be here last week. So hala Oman. He don't send his own $500. We comrade Pa Sherif way be here last week. He donate. He don't still send $100. And we comrade Big C be now one of the first person wait time when he hear to it happen. He called me say wait here fi do. I say nah so now only dough from Kele. As soon as you drop dough from Kele, all thing they fine. So he drop his dough from Kele $100. So total way there for my hand now $2,700. As I did talk, $2,500 already there the purchase Kele. So when I did for background the work, it no go easy. Mela Republic pack fine. All my place day and I heal.
Thank you very much, OGC. That means we will do everything for same. We'll need to hear your voice. We'll need to see you again so that
right.
will continue to cry, just like how they cry for the video. The way they say video and send it out. When I see their gendarme them and their army them, their beat them, how they say they run, they hide. Abu Fribi say the pig ball run. So we go continue with our leader. Make he finish with a briefing or something of that sort. And then before we continue again with our fundraiser, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Let me just round up. I want to assure our people that the future is bright. We understand the pain of the moment. We understand the suffering. We understand.
Yes, and I don't know.
the interjection in your lives. But every people who have been free before went through this journey. We cannot entertain Cameroon. The arrogance is palpable. We can't. The wall between us and Cameroon will be very high. There will be no forgiveness, accountability. And the boys on the ground will teach Cameroon the lesson they've never learned in their lives. Thank you for your continuous commitment to our liberation, for your sacrifices. Excuse our deficiencies, our limitations. We are merely human, untrained for this job, but making the kinds of contribution that can make a difference. We might not be around to serve all the glory, but as I have said repeatedly, the children born today and unborn will remember the contributions that all of us are making here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Make I use this opportunity also for welcome the defense chair. Me and we know say we already for a year, and just like the president said, he always enter somewhere, always want to remain silent. Mr. Defense Chair of the Ambazonia War Council, you're welcome to this platform today.
Thank you, comrade ambassador. You should have left the CIC to just go on. The man has stories, war stories, life stories. For those of you who know the bond that I share with him, I call him boy, you know. But I would say that we have done things socially, we have done things culturally, we have had a bond that is the type of bond you share, the type of brotherhood when you fight so many battles for so long and you come to know somebody, not through good times, but the character are revealed. The character of a person is revealed during very tough times. And I cannot imagine myself or how my life will be. Just my life, forget about the struggle without him beside me. But I cannot imagine the burden of the struggle, that I could have been this strong. I could have taken the risks that I have taken in this struggle if I did not have somebody that I trust as implicitly as I trust him to be there. Because I know that I fall, it will be like I never left because he's there. So my brother, thank you. You have my respect for your sacrifices, your intelligence, and your stick to the job, no matter the cost. It is very easy to say, I mean, we grew up together in the very dynamic stages of our life. The stage where things that occupy the minds of young men and young women. But I've never forgiven you guys, because the type of life that I would have lived would have been very different. And you guys took me and put as the strategic chairman. Now I don't know how to be social. I cannot go to a nightclub, because when everybody was going to the nightclub, I was in the bunker. You know, when you guys were there chasing Juma and holding rallies, I was there in the back of a locked door. But let me say this. We are coming on 2 years. In 4 days' time, we are coming on 3 years since we began the final journey to rid our land of the occupiers. And it's very striking that today you call the name of Neba, the first Ambazonian who fell in battle, fighting for Ambazonia, very clear. Not as a nation to join one other nation, not as a nation to be under a trusteeship, but as a nation free, with its people determining its destiny. That is the first Ambazonian who went to battle and fell for our country. And I could, in very strange moments, hear him breathing his own blood because he was shot in the chest. And I was there kneeling behind a Renault 12. And he was just lying a few feet from me. (1997). Today, we have men and women following in that footsteps on the streets of Bamenda, controlling that street, acting as the army of a nation with the occupiers acting as gorillas, hiding behind gas stations. Imagine that. Imagine that, Ambazonians. 3 years ago, 4 days from now, on the 9th of September 2017, when I signed the order putting the Ambazonian Defense Forces on the streets. The anniversary is coming in, I think, 4 days' time. Where were we and where are we today? Imagine the skepticism, the laughter, not just from La République du Cameroun, but from some of us who are in here today, who are going to bat for those boys. Imagine where we came from. And the thing that I want to say is, we came to this level because of the spirit of the leader of the Ambazonian Governing Council. And not just that spirit, that of the ambassador that you see there, of the Abu Fris, of the Mama Wallis that you just heard, of some of you, the silent heroes who come here day in, day out, no matter what you have been told, you believed. You believed in the courage of Ambazonia. You believe that we do not need a godfather. You believe that the men and women of the Ambazonian Defense Forces will free our land. I can assure you, we will free Ambazonia.
Amen.
In our lifetime. Just look at our journey from Dadi village from Keke in Kumba to Batibo. We have gone through horror that would have broken the spirit of lesser men and women. Our greatest defeats have not come from the occupiers, have come from those we fight for, or whom we call colleagues. Those are things that might have broken lesser people. But we are not broken. We have not been broken. Still, we rise. But we do that because of the effort and the hope that you come here today, you give. A couple of days ago in the War Council, I made a very short statement that I am going to make to everyone here. I asked everyone, imagine a scenario, just take a step back and imagine one of these young men sleeping after burying one of their most tough fighters last week. You saw the coffin, you saw the burial, you saw the flag of Ambazonia on that coffin. This was one of our toughest fighters that they buried. Imagine these guys seeing such a lion falls. Then he project 2 days after. And they wipe out an armed armor truck. Wipe them out. And those that could run and abandon those truck there. And those that came for reinforcement just came to pick up the dead bodies and even abandon the truck under fire. Imagine those young men and women coming out and walking on the street for us, knowing that at any minute from any direction, they could be hit in broad daylight on Ambazonia. And I asked the War Council, we need to match that type of sacrifice. That when you sit back and you imagine that in Commercial Avenue and Bengui Road, inside the town, urban warfare, and these kids are walking on the street. Imagine that courage, and we must show that type of courage. Imagine that determination, and we must embody that determination. And I'm asking that we embody it where we are. Because King George III did not declare Benjamin Franklin or John Hancock or any of these or the Adams the most damning name of all on the American Declaration of Independence. It was the name of a businessman, Morris, that King George called the most damning name of all. Because that was the man who funded the revolution. With George Washington carrying a demoralized troops, hungry, broken, crossing the Delaware, Washington wrote to him that this is bad, I need help. And the man wrote him, sent him back the sum of $10,000. And just the provisions that Washington got, they got one of the greatest victory in the Battle of Trenton and changed the American War of Independence. That is what we do. That is what we can do when we support. And so I am asking all of us to embody the spirit of the Morrises. Let us become that for the Ambazonian Defense Forces. They have not failed us. They will not fail us. And I promise you, you have seen the evidence of their work for 3 years. You have seen the people and their track record from the CIC, the ambassador here who captured an embassy. You have seen in them the type of spirit that is demonstrated on the streets of Bamenda today. We need your support because we need to break them. And I promise you, we are going to break them. Thanks, Ambassador.
Thank you very much, Comrade Benedict Kwa. They call him the BBB, Big Ben. Una don't hear appeal. Would they for back say this? So what we will start and for inside Bamenda, we must not relent effort. They will hold hate for snake now. And if we are not support, we make we kill that snake completely. That snake, they go bite we. I know how far that we take way back again. So we did say this, so no money, no small. Anything where Ambazonians they get them, we know so I don't wait for this moment for so long. This moment when our own forces they go there in control of what way they happen for ground. We don't wait them for so long after that and think the way they happen for inside Meme. We don't wait them for so long after we get control over Batibo. This time we don't move to the capital city of the Savannah State. I will need una support. I will say not small. Anything we go for help. Maybe I go call Comrade Mange again. When the coordinator for Mezam, me can give una details again how these boys they don't use what we give them last time. We'll be very grateful, but to say this so we need more because the bullets the way these boys in waste them only for this past week. It go over 10,000. We need more for sustain the war. We need more for keep the heat on the asses of these people. So more than no relent effort for contribute with the back na back. Somebody ask a question to the sick. We don't know whether sick the listing. He say, why so much focus on northern zone? Southern zone is operating normally. Nothing is going on there. If the president not there available for answer, I feel also try because I be the coordinator for Hako and Meme. But I go one for make sure so the president said not there for answer before me I feel answer for plead our comrade Lyonga Martin Monono.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Comrade Ambassador, let me go first.
Okay.
So thanks, comrade. I think that one of the most important aspect that you have to understand is the full scope of the effort that is going on the ground. You just heard me spoke. You heard the DDC spoke. And we did not even mention the battle that took place in Bui today, when troops approach the camps of one of our bases, and they had to come out and attack. We know that they were attacked by infiltrators as they were going back after that attack in Bui. We know that there have been battles the past couple of weeks around Muyoka. So there are certain scales that at some point in time it will explode to capture national attention. But when it doesn't capture that attention, it is sometimes good, because that allow, let me put it this way. A La République soldier running from battle will not go and tell his supervisors that he has run from battle or that they have beaten them and pushed them out, because they are going to redouble and send them back there, and they might die. So when at that scale, when they are able to run and sometimes even keep it quiet, sometimes for our own strategic purposes, we will leave that battle quiet, because it might save the population in that zone, especially if we haven't put reinforcement in there, in that zone. Because once they have been embarrassed, and they are embarrassed nationally and internationally, they send people in there to do punitive action so as to show that, oh, see, they said that they have done this, look at where we are. So don't be fooled sometimes by the quietness you might find in certain areas. Don't be fooled by that. But then, I think I had a conversation a couple of weeks ago with the coordinators from parts of the Southern region, and certain aspects that are being put in place, where it has gone, and at what level it is. Those operations might burst into the public. It will burst into the public at a time of our own choosing, unless we are forced to. If we are forced to, that they touch certain areas, then you might see that explosion. But if they don't touch it, we will escalate at our own time. Right now, the skirmishes are going on. It's not quiet. Skirmishes are going on. But they haven't touched where we don't want them to touch. If they touch unexpectedly, we will escalate it. But we will escalate at our own time. Certain things are being put in place. Certain people are being, they will be put in certain positions. And when we have all of that structure outlined, knowing lines of succession and all that, it will be a different ball game. So I just want to assure you on that. So Ambassador, if you have anything to add, you can add.
Thank you, Def Chair. Is the ambassador there? Okay, I guess
sorry,
not.
I muted myself. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, my chairman. Unaroye from Chairman, sir. And again, I will tell my brother, Comrade Lyonga Martin Monono, say, me I become coordinator for FACO and Meme. And so I did in communication with those soldiers for ground on daily basis. Just as the chairman, they don't explain for you, a lot of planning, they go on for background. We must not come out risks who are boys in their life on daily basis because say we want to make more action then in the no say they so pack out to the work. No, we plan something, and of course we want say before one sweep will be able to sweep the how they sweep now for inside Bamenda city. So get confidence say the money will not put them for FACO and Meme, would put them FACO and Manu would put them in use. $1 need to remember for we hear how OGC time we talk. He say money where they put them for a hand yesterday be already be $2,700. $2,500 already for road to go, already there for ground. And so anything we want to put them for here, we'll make sure say this so they can provide for our boys and for the ground and we'll get things they plan them how we'll carry them out. And so now we like for do some act then under pressure. So the fact that the public, the agitated, so all the need see action for inside FACO, nomination will go rush for probably go bonfire for corner road for show and say, look, we dey for inside Fako. We get plans for inside Fako and we go hear them. I promise we not that.
No, ambassador, and this, look, there are areas, and it is going on. There are areas where the colonial offices have been taken over. They are no longer working there because they have been taken out. So stuff are going on. They are going on the ground, behind the scene. If La Republique likes to publish it, they publish it. Some we have published in Victoria, in Mutengenen. Right now, they don't even, in Moyoka, they don't even have some of their posts that they had operational there. In Manu, there is a lot going on. We periodically shut down the Trans-African road to increase the cost of occupation. So those things are going on. Our brigade, our brigade in Fruawa, our brigade in Manyemen, our brigade in Manu Central, they are working. They are working. Sometimes you would see, but most of the times you might not. You might not see. The most important thing is as we move towards escalation, and that escalation is coming. The escalation is coming.
Thank you. Comrade Leonga, we believe say your question be answered. And I will find out, we concentrate today how for replenish Mezam. When I hear the shooting the way come up for day, when I see how a kilometer the big ball run. Today we did for replenish those boys them for ground, and we call on every Ambazonian. Say whatever thing we they get them, they not let for put them for table because we have these boys them for completely chase the military the way they don't take over the Savannah state. We would like to chase them completely out. Comrade Mange, if you did for yes, Comrade Abu Free, maybe get something for us.
Yeah, we get somebody where he don't raise his hand, Comrade Issa Man. So I'll go unmute him. Comrade Issa Man, I've sent you an unmute request. So go ahead and unmute yourself, please. Okay, you're on.
Good evening to all of you here in the platform.
Good evening, sir.
I basically based in Eastern Europe, let's say Moscow. And I've been monitoring the system. It doesn't mean that those who are not coming out to rant, they don't follow up or they don't know what to give. We have gone too deep into the system and present certain opportunities that I think it is high time the ADF and any other group in Southern Cameroon quest for restoration look eastwards. I'm saying this. Groups of the Western Europe are in the NATO bloc. They will hardly go beyond their engagement with France, who is benefiting from Cameroon. When we target those quests that keeps France in Cameroon are the oil and gas fields. Those finances of those oil and gas fields, they are the ones that finance the politicians in Western European Parliament. When you touch them, you have touched their finances and they will react to their press outlet. Two, when you use the name of Eastern Europe, purposely Russia, to come into the scene, it will catalyze the Europeans to come and settle this issue quickly, because they will never allow Russia to voice its eye or look at anywhere in the world. They look it as a threat. 3, I heard somebody asked of going to the southern zone. Let me say something. It is never good and advisable to scatter your few militaries and your ammunitions in many fronts. I think it will be advisable for the defense to concentrate and hold a certain stronghold where we can call it the base, where wounded fighters can come there and receive medical treatment. You cannot carry a medical treatment scattered all over the 13 counties. It is also difficult for a country like La Republic to scatter all the military at once to be fighting us all over the places. That's why they are ineffective. We cannot go to the same mistakes and fall in that trap. We have to concentrate either on northern zone, find a way to arm it to the teeth. Let me say something. Arms are not going to be bought by all these small contributors we make. We have to negotiate. We have to use places like military base, even to the Russians, to tell them that we'll give them for 100 for free. They will use their own Kalashnikov, which have not been used anywhere in the world. They will give us for free. We will tell them that you will train our police, you will train our army, we will give you some of we will pay you for this, you will train this. When we propose them in the long run, we even tell them that we were even forced to join La Republic because they were afraid that we would join the Soviet Union in the early 1960s. These are things that will motivate them. If you want me for you to see change in this war, put some few guys, put the t-shirt of Putin names and flash it in Europe. See what will happen. Test this for me. You see my result. We have been talking with the West. Just take the name of Russian president and say, Godman in Moscow, come and help us. See what they will do. The West will rush to come and help us because they're afraid of Russia, not because they love them. See what Russia did to Syria. Russia was quiet, but they just took their military there and everybody stay aside. Let me tell you people, the West will never go against France because France is the one benefiting Africa. They will still be telling us, okay, today, tomorrow. It did not take up to how many weeks did they well mobilize military to kill Gaddafi. Was Gaddafi killing his people? Has Pobia not done more than Gaddafi? Why are we thinking as if we are still children in the face of a war? I'm happy that we have taken what they call now city attacks. Yes, it's good, but we have not got where we have not organized ourselves well to enter the city. You don't fight city with AK-47. You fight with sniper gun, even night binocular visions. When you take the army, it doesn't know who is fighting. It's like you are fighting the demon you don't see. This will be very effective. You don't even need many. If you can get 100 sniper, it will be enough to end the war. Imagine that every day we have 100 below. It's taking that 100 army per day. Times it for 1 week. How many Cameroon army have been killed by 100 sniper? You don't even see who is shooting. They may be shooting in the night, in the daytime, from homes, just like what the Muqtada did to the Americans in Iraq. He distributed sniper gun to all of them. He told everybody to leave the street. America had to negotiate. The same thing happened to Afghanistan, the Taliban. We must learn. This is what exactly the Viet Cong they did to the Americans. They enter all of and use sniper guns. You don't see who you are fighting. You don't even know who is shooting, from which window, from which village. When you are in the city war, you use sniper. And you have been, the army will not know who is fighting who. So I'm telling the chairman to be looking Eastern Europe. I hope he will take this very serious. And let me say something. If the Russians should have shown the Ambazonia war in their Russian today, that was a signal for us to be looking towards their direction. This is what I have to say. Thank you, people.
All right.
Thank you very much, Comrade. We'll listen to Comrade Benedict shortly before we come to Comrade Benedict, chairman for the Ambazonia War Council. I want to first of all give this announcement. We get to our persistent comrade where they contribute every time we hold a town hall meeting here in the name of Tuma. We appreciate very much your effort each time we hold this town hall meeting. You don't just make you don't make a contribution through a cash app with the sum of $200. We'll be very grateful. It don't be received.
It don't be received. So good.
Good. We also get Comrade Nanga Bronhida, where it will make a contribution of $100 through Comrade Wally. Thank you very much, Comrade Nanga Bronhida. You have always been there for the soldiers. We appreciate very much whatever thing we Ambazonians that put that in, and we promise you we will always use them for that purpose. We go bring shortly Comrade Mange. No, we'll go listen to the chairman. They will bring in Comrade Mange, who is the coordinator for MESAM. May can motivate our people small, tell us what did go on for inside MESAM and how the boys them they fare around that place. Chairman, please.
Thanks, Ambassador. Thanks, Comrade Isaman, for your suggestions. As I always say, we don't know where the right strategy that is going to be the turning, the end of the war will come from. Maybe we already have it, maybe we are already implementing it, but always, it is always good to open your ear and hear different voices. So thank you for that. I also, let me just use this this opportunity to really send my thanks and my prayers and my admiration for the people of Bamenda, for how they have behaved this past 3 weeks as the battle has raged across the city. I know we are asking them to be part of this journey, but every Ambazonian know that they have been part of this journey since the 1960s, when our land was handed on a platter of gold to La Republic. So it would get worse before it gets better. But I have no doubt, based on the courage that and our people, that we are going to survive this. So we know, as I say, as the DDCS has indicated, the call for all transportation to be grounded to a halt. I just want, and I don't think that we would need to reiterate this, but everybody should be very, very much aware. And we here also have a responsibility to also inform our people back home, so that there are no misunderstandings or accidents that happen. So everyone should stock up. If you have to get food, please do that today and tomorrow, because the city will be grounded. I have also directed the forces on the ground and the DDCS to get hold, if at all possible, although he lives in La Republique, the La Republique administrator by any means necessary who signed that order. So we will get them. And I also want to pass on the message to our people all over Ambazonia. We are coming up on the celebration, on the anniversary of our Day of Independence. It is a very important day for every people. It is a day where we reflect on what it means to be an Ambazonian, on the sacrifices of those who have gone before us, who shed blood that tomorrow we are free. It is not a day of our people just ignoring it. It is a day that our people commemorate. And every single Ambazonian should do something on that day to commemorate what it means to be a patriot, what it means to be an Ambazonian. And so every action from our quarters, from the people coming out, If you have to set roadblocks so that La Republic troops don't pass, set the roadblocks. In village roads, in counties, in town. How sweet will it be that the Ambazonian people celebrate their Independence Day on the Commercial Avenue in Bamenda, that La Republic has used as the square to celebrate their domination on us. Let us try to make that happen. Let us support this effort. Thank you, Madam Abufree.
Thank you so much, Dev Chair. I also want to acknowledge $100 that has been received from Comrade Nkongsa. Comrade Kongsa, you just made a pledge, a donation of $100. Thank you, that has been received. Also, is Comrade Mange, are you here? I know we were gonna bring you in. Let me check that. All right, Comrade Mange is not here. And I also have Comrade Felix. I know you had your hand up. I don't know, I think you put it back down, but Comrade Vena, I can see that you're...
Comrade Felix has been asking to talk for long.
Okay, let me go. Comrade Vena, before I come to you, let's hear from Comrade Felix first. I will ask him to unmute. Comrade Felix, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear, sir.
Okay, thanks very much. Yeah, I was just trying to give some tip or contribute to what one of our guys was talking concerning Putin and Russia. You know, bro, your idea is a very good one. Everybody is having idea. And for what is going on, forget that what Putin is doing. You see, even they poison their opposition man. They are taking a sanction against them, and it will take place. Yeah, when something in this world concerning conflict has to do when USA is concerned, let's not just minimize the America. When America is concerned, and we see that even this our revolution, America is more behind it. So if you go now and place the thing in the hand of Putin, America can stand and put force in the United Nations that they will come and they stop this what we are doing. So just get that. What you were saying is good. I think the only idea that we can link to Russia is if we can get a contact to the Russia regime, but to see whether okay.
Hello.
Go ahead, comrade. I'm gonna mute the person.
Yeah, so what I'm just trying to say is the only way we can use Russia is if we can go and suggest or give this idea that when we have our independence, they can come and help us like training our soldiers. Just say this kind of idea so that if they can give us some weapon to use, like the sniping gun you were saying, these are the kind of thing. But if it is start for Russia to come and start behind Ambazonia, that is not a good idea. The entire world, they will sit like this and take 1 week and they stop this revolution and we'll never get the independence. That was just my own contribution, but that was a good idea. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Comrade Felix. Comrade Vena, I am sending you a request to unmute yourself. Go ahead. And Iron Lady, I see you, so I'm going to get to you. Go ahead, Comrade Vena.
Hello, Ambazonia. I just want to salute everybody and bravo to the Bamenda Brigade. And I just want to give them a little tribute. And it goes, they say, hey, onomalu ndong bana otumoku ngo baka. That is the battle song back in the days. And we have to just keep on going in that same spirit. And I just have a few questions. Maybe the defense chair might be able to give us answers here, may not give us answers here if it's classified, but I think it is worth talking about. So I don't know how many snipers we have in our Mezam brigade. And if we do not have, I believe it is high time we should be investing in the snipers, because truly it takes just 3 snipers and those terrorist forces of La République, they will not go back into the neighborhoods. I can assure you that. 3 snipers, they are very easy to maintain, and it costs relatively less when compared to the AKs, when you put the cost and the benefits in comparison. And I mean, the snipers, they can, one sniper has that ability to take care of a broader area of the town. And trust me, when those terrorist forces, when they know that the snipers are there, believe me, there are 2 things that they may do. One of those 2, they will retreat from the neighborhoods, or they go bring in whatever they have in the form of air power. And when they bring those air powers, well, RPGs can easily take care of them. And the damage will be such that it will be more embarrassing to them. I mean, let's understand that it's not only physical warfare, but the psychological impact of hitting them where it matters the most, where it makes them helpless, is equally very important. And I think we should think about investing in the snipers as we move forward. And on a similar note, I cannot say how grateful and how happy I am as a son of Mesam, a son of Alatu, for what has been going on in the past few days. And today I'll be adding in $400 US. It will be sent in through the Ambazonia mission Cash App account. And bravo, comrades. Let's keep it going. It is tough, but it is the tough things that when we win them, we really get that feeling that, okay, we fought for this thing, and we kind of cherish it more when we fight hard for it. So I would end there. Thank you, people.
Yes, comrade.
Again.
Thank you very much, comrade. Yeah, finally, somebody they really talk the language we will come here today for year. When we talk, we could translate them into action, which will happen for ground. We'll be very grateful for what we don't put them for your boys and for inside Mesam. I'll promise you, say this will keep Mesam very, very hot for a kilobit and for even pass again. We want for completely take them out and across the margin. We don't also say if people them the one for make contribution, make them raise their hand up. We don't see Dr. Baranka hand for up again. But before come to E, we go listen from the coordinator for Mesam. Make and tell una in real terms what did happen for inside that place.
Comrade Chief of Staff, I don't know. Comrade Werner had a question. I don't know if the CIC want to take that or the DEF chair. He had a question with regards to the
Comrade Abu Free. Of course, now some of the things in this way we want me to always channel them to the strategic committee.
Okay.
We know so on this platform we get the infiltrators them, we get agents them for la Republic them, and so we know one for discuss military strategies and for public. You can always communicate with what strategic team them, and then you will get answer, suggestion, also make them there. We will take them, we will study, and we'll get into to our advisors them. We'll take the one they will think say this so it could be necessary. We'll leave the one they will think say this so now for the next day we could use them. We'll be very grateful for that suggestion, Comrade Vena. So as I said, somebody go reach you from behind, get your contact, and then we will forget those contributions them and suggestions the way they make them. We'll link them with the strategic committee. Make we reach more here from Comrade Mange.
Where is she? Just give me a second. I'm looking for her.
Okay. Okay. If we not get you, if we here for Brinsley.
I think it will come. I don't unmute it.
Okay. More here from the PRO. PRO maybe get something to say before coming to Dr. Baranga.
Oh.
Well,
is it me now?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you all so much. All protocol due respected. Thank you, Comrade Ambassador Abu Free, for the great work. I want to thank everybody who has made it possible to be present today, including our enablers. Everybody is welcome on board. Last week, on this same forum, I promised that every token that has been put into MESAM will be put into use. That was last Saturday. And as for Monday this past week, we started getting the results. Our boys are more determined than ever. Their spirits are so high. Their spirits are so high that nothing can put them down. And for the past crusades that they've had for this past week, all of them have been successful. Just like Comrade Capo mentioned to us earlier, I don't want to go back repeating the same areas where they had their crusades, but the crusades were well executed and they came out very successful and triumphant, and they went back home all safe. They still have, that was just the beginning. That was a warm-up. You know how when you're going to play, you have a big match, you start warming up? That was just a warm-up. I'm telling you, this time around, they are not still going to have crusades, but they are going to have a rally. Many churches will come in, and together, this rally this time, I don't know if Bamenda is going to contain it. But I'm so happy because all the Mezamites are behind them 100%. They are supporting our boys. And with that support behind our boys, they are more determined than ever. They can only achieve this goal with your support. The little token that was given last week, you have seen how far it has gone. Believe me, you will get what you put in. I want to thank our comrade for that tribute. Otuma Kwazo Ngo Obagana. Thank you so much. And I want to let MESAM know that MESAM is rising to fall no more. No more. There is nothing that can bring MESAM down. And I want to let our enablers who are present here know that with Angama nowhere to be found, our boys have blood in their eyes. That Ekelebes will know no peace. Our enablers will know no peace. And that their blood will not go in vain. I cannot talk about MESAM without talking about Angama, because this is one boy who held MESAM by himself down. But today he left behind people who are ready to take it to a different level. And I know that wherever he is proud of his boys. I want to beg everybody, our fathers who are here, our mothers, our husbands, wives, sisters, dig deep, don't be on the fence. Join this morning train, because the evening train might be too late. It might be too late. Don't still sit on the fence. This is the time. MESAM has fallen from the hands of La Republique. They will never have us again. The one thing that made our boys very happy was that they had a line, a demarcation line, that they tell me every time, mother, when a kelebe they don't pass this line, it means that they did enter we. But now they have passed, they have pushed them beyond that line. So please, let's support Meza. Let's support Meza. Thank you all so much.
Thank you very much,
I beg to you.
Comrade Mange. Now the lady that where anything where they happen for inside Meza be coordinated by her. Plenty of we would outside here, they hide our face. This one not be even another man begin. Now woman where they show her face. They tell una say na go make sure say La Republic military not return again inside Bamenda. They go keep on being on the run. They not going to look for our boys them this time. Our boys are going to look for them. Must make sure so strip them all out of our territory. If this lady put out the face, what of una way una they refuse to put una face? Una makes more contribution. Support this work way they do. As I be saying for beginning, plenty of we don't wait this moment where this revolution go get back again to track. We don't see them for inside Meza. We come here today and for make sure say those boys and they don't relent effort. They make sure say they continue for the shoot. They make sure say they continue for the shoot. We want to acknowledge money where don't come in from Comrade Tony. He don't put in $200. We'll be very grateful, Comrade Tony. We also don't receive through our PayPal $150 and not receive name for that comrade we made that
Chris, Comrade Chris.
That's Comrade Chris in through German mission.
Yes, we also received that money. We don't enter into German mission, 150 euros. We don't know that comrade name. Thanks very much to the comrade. And
I also get some other few people that don't make donation.
Yes, please.
So the person where he sent from the German mission, Comrade Chris. And then you get another person from Germany, Comrade Ernest. Comrade Ernest Malcolm. Thank you so much. I just want, shine a light on you, most especially because for the past town hall meetings, and we don't consistently make donations in that amount. So thank you. You don't make another amount today of $150 dollars. I also want to thank Comrade Benna, where he say he could donate. He don't make a $400 donation, and also for thank you too for the previous donations. He make 200 time where the women they go out, and then he make another 200 last outing, and then today of course $400. So Comrade Benna, thank you so much. Comrade Pascal don't make a donation of $25. Comrade Winston $100. And that is all I have for now. Over to you, Cos.
Yeah, Comrade Abu Free, thank you very much. Again, today we want to interact with our leaders, the chairman of the Ambazonia War Council, Comrade Benedict Kwa Edepoye. We get the possibility for discuss with the exchange, discussion them, accept strategic things and way concern our military. We'll not discuss them publicly, but if people then get questions and things that they doubt about, suggestion, how we raise money for fight this equilibrium them for inside our country, that we always bring up those questions. The leader of the Ambazonia War of Independence, Dr. Cho Ayaba, it will also they here connected. We there now for a year from UNA, interact with UNA, and for raise money for take and fight these boys them way they send them for inside our territory. Comrade Capo also still be connected. If people then get question, Comrade Capo no be don't finish with be the brief way on. And so if you want for still come on again, what they expect to make you raise your hand as an indication. We will get Dr. Baranka where the wait with your hand up. Dr. Baranka will help to unmute you so that make you make a statement. When I look for screen, how people that they make their contribution, we call on Una, make Una make Una contribution them, to keep the heat inside Meza. Comrade Baranka.
Yeah, I've sent him an unmute request. So
okay.
Go ahead and unmute yourself, sir.
Is he there?
I don't see him anymore.
Yeah, because I lowered his hand. We have Judith. If Comrade Dr. Barranca is not yet there, then we'll ask also to unmute her on Comrade Judith.
Hello.
Yes, Dr.
Hello.
Barranca.
Good day to everyone.
Good day, sir.
Yeah, please permit me to use pidgin English to talk because I would not like talking grammar because I don't want to be really identified. Really, with I want really talk. The coordinator don't talk mostly with I want to talk about secret things, and I really want to emphasize on the Russia situation. I go endeavor for travel meet Mr. Issa on that basis about the Russia issue because I did almost the quarter to the Russia issue, and I don't want to really talk about forum here because I go meet people. I go meet some of us here now privately. I will get the contact. I'll meet the chairperson. I will give me the contact to meet people privately. Okay. When we talk about snipers, more of the things say they use sniper guns everywhere. No, the sniper guns again forget the purpose. Because if you want to use sniper, the one that they talk like for use sniper like how they use AK-12, AK-47, SMG, LMG. No, sniper guns now for occasions like we get informers, we get for start bribe people. Then now they would give you information about like the movement of the top executives and for Bamenda or for Southwest, Northwest. Anyhow, like the governor will get information, say, okay, governor to go Kumba. We'll get for plant a sniper gun like 3 along a road where it move for go Kumba. We'll get for people the bribe way to give you information like governor for Northwest, it go some place, it go like we'll get the information, we'll plant sniper guns along the line. The sniper guns will be for kill top officials and we will cause an impact. Okay, another rule again, we get for work on poisoning. Not only gun, if we do poisoning, if we do egg poisoning, if we do razor poisoning, we go for start bribe people where they would give we contact. And then the last thing I want to talk, I don't want to take too much time because I want to meet the people personally. I get a lot to do and to say, but personally not in the group. We get to forget whether enablers is there for this group or not. We need to fear anybody. Yeah, and more no say enablers there must be. Sell out there must be. So if we fear sell out, not go nowhere. No go nowhere. May they be. May they work their own rule too. Okay. Coming to contribution, I'll do my contribution, but not here, please, because I'll meet people privately. Please, I'm just begging everybody that I just beg everybody. So when I give me the opportunity, where I feel meet people privately. I feel when I feel tell me how. When I meet any man be prepared when I want meeting, how they feel give arms, how they feel issue give person give arms to the arm reach the way because the arms the day, but that to hand them over and I be the problem. I need locations. I need to meet people and talk. More now forget this thing because I want to be money. Privately, I want to meet people privately alone. Thank you for plenty.
Thank you, Comrade Dr. Barranca. Our strategic team, then also they follow through our chat site, and so they will communicate with you privately for when I go move forward from there. If person get for a question, we'll get the Comrade Judith's iPhone. We hand it for up, so we'll help for unmuting.
She's already unmuted.
Hello there.
Okay.
Hello.
Good afternoon for house.
Good afternoon, sister.
Yes, I just come in. I never follow up with a lot when I don't talk. But all I want for doing, I say make anybody send a cash app for me, ma send my contribution because I don't try for PayPal, it no go. Last week I be promised for give $200, but it no go for the PayPal. So if anybody for here get a cash app, if he send them for me, ma send my contribution.
Okay. I send you something right now.
All right.
We'll also get our cash app for here again for people, other people, the way they do want to make contribution. We'll be very grateful, Comrade Judith. We other people where they want for commit, we'll get the ttof.net. If you go for there, if you commit on monthly basis, we'll also get the cash app number, 682-217-5006. 682-217-5006. If person want also make a commitment through texting, you go text 1-833-603-0772. We be grateful for everybody we don't make contribution, and we'll talk say today we want for replenish mezam, so many people they know relent their effort, whatever small thing we wanna put on, they go help for keep the soldiers and going. Man, get on talk for year. It touched me for heart plenty, and I believe say it touched fellow Ambazonians the way they online here, that they follow this a town hall meeting, and I believe say before they go leave here, all of them they go dip their hands into their pocket, they make commitment for keep Bamenda going. We talk about the lockdown with the try for lock commercial banks kingdom for inside Bamenda. When I don't hear the chairman, it don't make a response to that. Say it don't ban also private cars and other motorbikes and where they will be in circulation for inside Bamenda as from tomorrow on Monday onward. They be banned, and it will remain so until it will revoke that decision. That decision that way be decided within the leadership of the ADF EGOFC in collaboration with their partners from the consortium and the IG Care. So we, as the chairman, don't talk, we get the responsibility for advice to our family back home. So many people that stop in, many people that not travel by car, we not also many activities that need to go on. We don't also activities that go to go on for inside Mezam, people that feel come out, do their shopping, but not go by car. We ask all drivers in solidarity with the commercial motorbike riders, say may everything be shut down. If Comrade Kapode can emphasize on that again, make we hear. So we look up to a contribution.
And if I may, we get some contributions the way they don't come in. From Comrade Sa, $50, Comrade Leonard, as white man go call him, $50, or Leonard, as we Ambazonians go call him, Comrade Felix, $100. And I think we don't just receive another $500 from somebody. We are waiting for the name of that person. So thank you all for your donations. We don't receive them. Over to you, Coz.
Thank you very much, Comrade Abu Free. We want to acknowledge the presence of Grandma Sally, a committed member for EGOFC. We don't see for here the present. We want to send you 21 gun salute. We'll be grateful. We'll wait where you did do them. And many other comrades the way that they out there that they follow up this town hall. We'll be very grateful with the job we now do them. Questions for the leadership. If we not get out, now bring them forward. Now get some suggestion them. Now bring them forward, but may not be intelligent, may not be military intelligent, because if you're not military intelligent, if you just indicate, then one of our members for strategic team, they will reach out to you for get those intelligence. So we don't run this program already for 2.5 hours.
Yes.
We go probably the round up in the next half an hour. So people there, they never yet commit. I believe say when I come here today purposely for can commit, so that Mezam remain alive. So make una try for do so. Yes, Masali, I don't hear you. I promise I'll call you today. Yesterday I said I'll call you, I forget. I know say so you want commit for the boys and for FACO. And so I will reach out to you. Thank you very much. As we say, every $1 will be very important for the boys and for the ground. They need the bullets. We want to make sure say military not return inside our street. Meaning them be on the run. Mean not be our boys and be on the run. We not be one more reach this level. We don't climb reach for that level. And we want to say this more and help we more sustain that level, or we push them further out. Now our mission is at this moment as an organization, as a defense group.
Okay, I also want the Israel mission don't make a contribution of $100 and send through MoneyGram to the FinSec or Financial Secretary. Israel mission, if you're listening, thank you, thank you, thank you. I think the PR had something to say.
Yeah, PR wanted to announce some monies that came in. I already announced that.
Okay.
Yeah. And so if another co-host, some people that don't contribute through them, the feed, of course, unmute themselves and then give that announcement. Now the opportunity is to talk to your leaders. Then they are present for answer on a question them, and so make you not carry questions they will bring and they can go back. Or not carry $1 or they can cancel one support soldiers and they can go back. We could make sure say this will contribute them man get it for here. It don't promise when I say any money we will not put them for inside Mezam, it will be used on the ground. It be promised and last time I wanna see them.
Okay. All right, comrades. When I don't hear from the chief of staff, so this is the opportunity for ask your questions, make donations. Raise your hands for if you get a donation to make and a contribution to make. Raise your hand and we go call you. Again, while various donation means of donations or making your contributions, we get the TTOF. You can sign in monthly. Or register to make your donations monthly. We get our PayPal, which is kind of private, so you'll get to reach out to either one of us or any of us in the back to get the information for PayPal. We get Cash App, $, Ambazonia mission. So we get all those platforms that we can make your contributions through. So please, before we go, make sure so we raise a significant amount of money here so that our boys and PB replenish. As we all know, we're here to replenish Mezam. So make we feed our boys them with arms, feed them well. Abu Free, please forward me the Cash App number. Okay, somebody's asking for Cash App. Comrade Judith, I think check your I already sent it PB to you. You should have it. But I'll go ahead and do that again. Comrade Capo, if you're there available, you want to finish your talk, we be talk, we go appreciate them. Okay, the OGC has something to say. OGC, I am going to send you an unmute request. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
We see the hand of
the OGC. Yeah, I don't unmute you.
We also see Comrade Rose, and so after the OGC go talk, then we'll reach out to Comrade Rose.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, I'm calling on behalf of a very concerned mother. She don't want her identity disclosed, but she's very, very concerned about what is going on. And she's supporting with $500, which she has already sent me the money, but she doesn't want her identity disclosed because of some personal reasons.
All right. Thank you so much, Mama. If you hear, we really appreciate them. Thank you.
Mama, then they take the lead today because they get the consent for picking the way they born them. They know how for born in the heart. Papa be caring, but no say Mama always feel the pain even more than Papa. And the really show for here today say this, so they get a lot of consent for picking the way they put their life on the line for down Ambazonia there on we all were behalf. We'll get another Mama again when our Comrade Rose did for line in the wait for talk for we. Comrade Rose, Mama, you're welcome. Somebody go help for unmute you so that you try to unmute yourself.
Wait to be so now is it Rose?
Rose iPhone.
Okay.
So When
All
they
right, I
assist
don't
you
think,
for unmute, then you go help for unmute yourself before you will be able to talk. Mama Rose, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I don't omit. I just want to talk, say this donation for ttf.net. Me, I know the one commit. Wait, me, I know the one commit because I know the work. So I the one ask if possibilities. They say if person gets some amount anytime where if he put enough, who's way if he put that kind. That means if like
Mama,
for
you
one
go tell me what
month, like
location?
some £50. Yeah, I there for London.
If you're there for London,
So the ask can say yes, I there for London.
if you're there for London, we'll get a mission for London, and so one member for our team for London, they will reach out to you now, and go get your contact, and they go communicate with you how for commit.
Okay, okay then, all right.
Thank you very much,
Otherwise,
Mama.
they always go not through Eric. Yeah, they always go through Erica. You know.
Okay.
That's
if good. I get any, I give na Eric, I give na any Erica, then it go send them for PS.
I sure say now the best connection with that. Erica is a committed egg of seas, and so we trust you. Say if we link
That's
money
very
through it, that
committed.
money go reach for we. We thank you very much for effort the way they put on.
Yes.
For make sure say what soldiers them for ground, they get bullet for they can defend themselves, and for defend what other mama there they sit there down for territory for defend begin there they not be able for defend themselves. We'll be very grateful.
All right, we get another hand up, Comrade Chief of Staff. I will ask Comrade Mokum, sir, for unmute yourself.
Yeah, hey, hello.
Hey.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I just have a question for the, I think Kapo and the other Tapang, I think they are in charge of, you know, the guys on the ground. I wanted to ask them, what does it take to take out these mayors and these government delegates and these idiots that are busy every day, you know, traumatizing our people? Because I really wonder if they live in such a cocoon that we can get them. That's what I really wonder, and that's really my question. I already did, you know, a donation, and I try to put something every month. So, you know,
we saw your donation, Comrade. Thank you so much.
All right. So that's my question.
If a Kapo no did it for answer, Tapang no did it for answer. Me, I go already answer part of it. I'm talking for you, the coordinator for FACO and Meme, and I will tell you, say this, so most of those mayors, they make noise, they hide somewhere in a room out of Ambazonia, they make those videos and put them for outside to make plenty of noise. Mayors within FACO, they need to live for inside FACO. Mayors within FACO, they live for Douala and try to rule from there. Even when somebody talk for yesterday, so normal, you don't return for inside at the Atlantic state, not actually be as the talk. Those people that know say, if the mayor no say this, so if you live for inside where we'll take it out. Mayor no say if you live for inside Limbe, we'll do everything for take it out. And so they try for a minister from abroad in La République du Cameroon from Douala. The same thing for northern for the Savannah state. Then they try to rule from abroad, and the military don't say and say you need to work again. I think you see the military don't make a complete takeover now. They take over administration for inside the Savannah state. So for the southern state and the Atlantic state, it not to be easy for them because they know say this. So if they live within their council them or their towns them, we go take them out. The ADF, of course, they're very active for inside the FACO, they're very active for inside Meme, and we be Ben say this, so political administrators them for inside what territory will be taken out. Mr. President just show up again, maybe go on for add something in the question way you just raised up if he be hear you.
Yes, thanks a lot, Chief of Staff. I understand. I want to take a bigger picture from what others have said. You know, this thing is not a war game. It's real war. And it doesn't move on a straight line. So there are days that, and weeks and months when you have pushback from the enemy. This is what we must know. The regime has a strategy. Its strategy is to localize our resistance. This is a strategy that it has had all through the political stages of democratization. It wants to always make this resistance some form of a savannah state issue. That's its strategy, divide and conquer. That strategy gave birth to the Kamigo, the Open Peter Ashu, and other persons who were very emblematic in advancing this strategy of division. That strategy was defeated in 2017. And what people must know, there is a culture. I come from Alabuka. When we were in Boya, I worked very closely with somebody like Kwanga, who's from Lebialem. They have the chief of staff is from Lebialem. The former, I think, TR of the SCYL, Asonganye Bedifo. We worked together. And I said something to them, and I would like to say it to you people. The person from Fako is different from the person from Bui. Completely different. Fako is a cosmopolitan area. The amalgamation of different cultures, and so maintaining that kind of tradition that builds a high sense of nationalism and cohesion is difficult. In most liberation struggles, to find resistance in places like Fako is rare. It's rare. Ours is unique. Even Bamenda City, take note, we started onslaught in Bamenda, I think, early 2018. There were surgical operations, pinpointed IED deployment, and surgical search and destroy missions. Most of the fighting was at the periphery. It is not because you could not attack the cosmopolitan. It's because the peripheries are intact, culturally intact. There is more cohesion. You can hide, you can trust, you can master. To function within cosmopolitan, it's because La Republique is completely defeated in the periphery. Their last stand is at cosmopolitan area. And that's why you see within the cosmopolitan area of Bamenda, it's easy to operate now. We did same when we sent Ivo to go take out a Kema and couldn't find a Kema. He said, we still have the audios. He said, Kumba is just like going, and he went back and overtook that place. But there are certain pockets within Kumba also that are more diverse. Unlike certain areas, you have the Etams, you have the Tekes, you have different places within Meme that are peripheral, more choked up. Fako is our capital state. It took the Eritreans long period of time before they could ever get to Asmara. You know, there are certain liberation wars that are fought and won without you ever taking your capital, let alone even really fighting inside. We are the first liberation struggle where we are fighting in 13 states. But to what the defense chair said and what the chief of staff has said, we lost control in many areas of Fako and Meme because of infiltration. People who want to take over, but they don't know what to do with. We are rebuilding capacity. We are very confident where we are. We are seeing things that you are not seeing. There are small ups going. There are places that I have told commanders, where you have isolated military barracks, I've told commanders, don't attack those military barracks. Occupation is also a kind of perception. La République has left certain military outposts in certain places. Let me tell you what will happen if you attack and destroy those military outposts. For La République, those military outposts are a sense of they have a sense with those outposts of having control. They deceive themselves deliberately. Well, we have this military post here, it means we are still in charge of Ambazonia, we are still in charge of this area. They use it for intelligence purposes. They use it for purposes of legitimacy. They use it for purposes of deception. If you take out that military post, you are not able to defend your periphery. They will amass about 2,000 troops. They call it teaching a lesson. They will invade, they cannot hold, but they will deplete you. You allow the outpost until you are confident that when you uproot it, you can defend the periphery. So this thing is strategic. Trust in the leadership. It is not showmanship. If it was showmanship, there are things now that will show you people, you will be shocked, things that are going on. FACO is delicate. We will act there in a way that does not draw too much attention to undermine the progress and set us back. But it is one of the what we call the big five, because we've carved the territory into 5 key strategic areas. That's where our focus is. So we have the core. Other areas we'll take into consideration, but we'll consider them periphery. These core areas are critical to delegitimize, undermine, degrade the capacity of the enemy, use them to conscientize. For example, your fight in Bamenda is different, like you fight somewhere in Manyeme. Bamenda is visible. It engineers confidence across the entire territory in our different forces because it is seen. If you fight in small isolated places, they can cave you in, block any knowledge about it, and it doesn't inspire. So I want to assure everyone, even I heard a comrade talked about sniper and stuff. There are limitations. There are limitations at this stage. There are limitations. We don't want to give away a lot to the enemy, but we are confident in the strategy. Just give us your trust, because we understand how La République operates. We understand what actions will give us the kind of credibility that we need to gain international recognition. We know what kind of actions to undertake at what particular moment to undermine confidence in international investors coming to invest in Cameroon. So these things are carefully worked out, and I am sure that without a disruption from inside by our own internal foes, things will just be fine.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you so much.
President.
Okay.
Yeah, Comrade Abu, take over.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. President. I have some donations that have come in from Canada. I think, well, just one person from Canada. John in Canada, Comrade John in Canada, $100. Thank you so much. Comrade Deputy PS Yufa, thank you. We've seen your $100. Comrade Leo of the Mandelas, thank you. $50 from you. I think we also have this message. This picture will not open, but I have another donation right here, which will not open on my phone. I should be able to see that in a few.
Thank you, Comrade. Yeah, thank you, Comrade Abu Free. As I said, we are in this town hall meeting now close to 3 hours, and we'll be rounding up. Fellow Ambazonians, you had your leaders with you here present. You had the opportunity to ask questions. We can still go again in a while, taking your question and commitment for Mezam. And we have listened to the DDCS and the coordinator for MESAM also. They have briefed you of everything happening within the MESAM. And it's left now to us if we want to give up of the gains we've already made in this past week.
Chief of Staff.
Yes, sir.
This is the DEPCOM. I have some interest from Canada. So
yes, sir.
We've received $100 Canadian from Damike into AGOPC Canada, and I'm also giving $100 Canadian dollars. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, comrade. We also have, if one of the IT guys could reach out to Comrade Ayong Ekpe. He's asking how he can increase his contribution on TTOF.net. So please reach out to Comrade Ayong Ekpe, one of the ITs.
Yeah, special appreciation again goes to Comrade Damike. We don't always attend our town hall meetings. We don't always commit. Now, a civic responsibility, say every Ambazonian make a commitment with our forces them on the ground. Now, boys, they don't lay their own life on a line for freedom for una. And so you ask yourself, if now you yourself the one center, me go down, go fight. What do you go exchange them for that? Comrade more we do a lot of this explanation last week, and I think they will motivate a lot of people them for see reason why they must dip their hand very deep into their pocket, commit for say me what boys and be able to defend the ground for we all.
We get two people them with their hands them day up. Comrade Mercy, go ahead. I don't unmute you. PRO, I will unmute you and you can talk after Comrade Mercy.
Yes, Comrade Abufri, thank you again. Nami Manje Iron Lady. I want to acknowledge one of our comrades, Comrade Nixon. He done contribute $100 for support MESAM. And I want to use this opportunity to thank Comrade Nixon because now one of the engines behind the car where it runs, where he always do his work on notice, but he does a lot. I want to let you know, say, Papa, some of we will get eyes the way that you see everything we do. And I just want to say thank you from the very depth of our heart. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Comrade Mercy, and the comrade that donated. I it just went off my head, the name. PR, go ahead, please.
Yes, I want to answer now for the person where is say want increase the donation for TTOF.
Okay.
The best way for do TTOF, you know, if you go and then increase the donation, we don't really put them because of the contractual agreement with the credit card system. But the way for do I say if you put a new one with your new amount will be increased, and then you reach out for PS, tell us you don't put the new one with the increased amount, and then we'll go deactivate the old one so that we will meet the requirements for credit card policy. That's that one talk. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Comrade Ekbe. I hope you don't hear, and if you know they hear again, I'll go reach out to you for back explain them some more. But COS, do you have any other thing to add or? All right.
Yeah, just go on, Comrade Abufri. I think with the round up for today. Listen, everybody will be willing for commit. They don't do so. People there, they get question for us. They certainly don't do so. We still get again, it's a man, Comrade, it's a man. He say, can I ask a question? I don't know whether not privately or not for general public, but I see them. Comrade Isaman, don't write, say, can I ask a question? Comrade Isaman, if you be able to unmute yourself, of course, if you ask the question. Comrade Galas, a comrade using Galaxy Note 10 It's a good contribution on increasing commitment on tough. Okay, just the appreciate now what way comrade PRO just come off for talk.
Okay.
How for increase commitment them. If we not get further hands them up for questions or commitment,
I think Comrade Ketcher, admin sec be put his hand up. I don't know whether because the hand don't go back down. If he get anything to say, I don't send you an unmute request, Comrade Ketcher.
We'll also get Comrade Ketcher before you come in. Comrade Ayong Egbe from UK is how, sorry again for being late, how do I make it a one-off payment to support MESA? I'm based in the UK.
Comrade Ayong, if you use PayPal, I can send you the PayPal information. If that's okay with you, I'll send you the PayPal information and you can go ahead and just put it directly in there. All right, Comrade Ketcher, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. All protocol duly respected. Now, I'm not going to talk about the but I just want to say, when you hear leader, when no way or do talk, it is sink right into your bone marrow. When they see IC talk and the depth share, you know, saying now people in David they know what they do. I will urge Ambazonia and I know say Ambazonia they be disappointed for what they don't do before they talk any kind of thing. But it's never too late to come back to the replace for some who prosecute this revolution together. Now what I just want to talk.
Thank you very much, Comrade Ketcher. We also acknowledge your previous support and what you have been sending to us. The finance department has always. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Comrade Egwe, also this so the fee sending the PayPal, so Comrade Abu Free, you reach out to him.
Yes.
Good.
I'm doing that right
Madam
now.
Coordinators, can I come in, please?
Yes, Findep.
Okay, with protocol duly observed, I want to thank everybody where they don't contribute, and also the leader for the war of our war of independence. It be announced this meeting very briefly. It was an impromptu meeting, and all of us, we don't answer the call, and we don't do well so far. I just want to say I thank everybody. So far, we don't raise 5,500. So I just beg say make we make a round figure, so that make we get 6,000. So at the moment we get 5,500. So at the back, say make we make 6,000, so that the boys and for Bamenda, our fighters in Bamenda, they will smile with us, and we could put them with more firepower where they will do the job. Thank you. I hear for now.
Good. Now, Findep that at the top, you see how efficient the egg of seed team then they as we now they for they contribute. Of course, it already the summer up, and it don't come up with way to go the race. And it tell we say we could use the last moment them to measure so around that figure to 6K, so that our boys them for ground they will be able for smile so they'll fit for get enough granite until when we will be able for call against the moon. I can't commit. So just $500 to go. Some able Ambazonians and they out there, they may want to cover it up so that we'll round up for the evening. We'll be very grateful. If you did it, you get Fredo Ndip. Fredo Ndip will help for unmute you so that okay. Comrade Fredo.
I don't send you an unmute request, Comrade Fredo. If not, I'll go, okay, yeah, you're good.
Yeah, can I go ahead?
Yes,
yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. All protocol duly observed. Now my first time my name is Fredo Ndip. From my name, I know where I come from. My first time this for AGC meeting. I'll be a very strong admirer of AGC, and I don't make my mind so many times for join AGC. But because of one or two things another, and I'll be a strong supporter for Ayok Tabe Sisiko. I just want to ask one question. I know CICC day around, but this question for you.
In a day, but we will take the question.
Okay. My question, because of the collaboration where the AGC and the other two groups where they get, I just want to ask this question because I don't get no choice than to support AGC. And after this, Sister Bufri, if you contact me, I go put £50. I know be AGC supporter, but I go support on £50. And I would try for make my mind, so make I follow on and for join on. But my question being, I say, the people they represent AGC and the people they represent Ayok Tabe, they always come online and talk against each other. So I did ask myself a question, say why people they collaborate, them two or them three, but they still go out, their surrogates, they talk against each other. So I want to really ask if some person will explain for me what now which way agency they do for say for call their supporters to order, and then which way they don't discuss like the heads for the two groups for bring their supporters to order. Because even though they collaborate, then this one they go talk about this one go talk about this one. How the collaboration did really work. Thank you.
Thank you, comrade. And just one correction. So we don't switch from AGC to AGovC because we don't want to get any conflict with the Anglophone, whatever they call it, the Tumi AGC. So it's now AGovC. But okay. I will direct your question to the Chief of Staff of the AGovC, make he answer him if that's okay with him.
But before the question is answered, since I'm interested in money, how will you send us the £50?
I go only do one two paper. Just the same as they don't talk for one of my brother. They were talk say they for UK. Say they go they will give I think paper and only through PayPal if you pay.
Okay, so, I will send you PayPal.
You will get me for send them.
Yes, yes, I will. I'm gonna private PV him the paper right now.
Okay,
that would be great.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Comrade Deep, for your question. We ask some plenty people they don't often they ask the same question. If you don't attend our meeting in the year, the same question don't first be answer time and again even during the chair, the president he programs them on Facebook. We did in a collaboration with the IGK and the consortium, and that collaboration comes for all these leaders the bottom of their heart. But again, we must understand, say, we get some surrogates for outside there. This accusation where you make, of course, not the same thing that happen from the other end of it. We always get some surrogate the way they get out of control and probably say things that one will be the policy position of the AGovC. And we also understand very well, say, some of the attacks with the AGovC, they get them from probably some surrogates of IGK and not actually come from policy position of the IGK. Some of these things, they will not be control them, but we always come out there. So we remain cordial, we collaborate where it be necessary. If we disagree in certain opinions, of course, we go our way. But where it be possible, we will collaborate and we advise our supporters and out there say the attack, it need to yield any fruit for we not to encourage them for do that as the leadership of the AGovC. And so if somebody says something, it say as an individual, not the policy position of the AGovC. I hope I try to answer a question well.
You did great.
Yeah.
We also get Comrade Johnson where he raise his hand for up. We don't know whether he want commit or he want for ask a question or make a suggestion. We get the Comrade DJ Tuba. He said to make a contribution of $50 and he don't also register for make a monthly commitment on that top with $50. We'll be very grateful, Comrade Tuba. And we promise you this, so the money will be used for the purpose where you send in that money. where it means say we will take and defend our territory, our mammy them for day, and our women the way they be defenseless.
All right, so Chief of Staff, we get about 5 people with their hands up. I will send a request to Comrade Johnson to unmute himself. Comrade Johnson, unmute yourself, please. And also for Comrade Ekbe and Comrade Fredo, we just come off for talk right now. I don't send one the PayPal information for a private message for this chat. So please just check that. Comrade Johnson, I don't send you this unmute thing, but it seems like you are not around. I'm gonna go to Amber Lady. All right, okay. Comrade Johnson, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, sir, please go ahead and
Okay, I want just to go straight to the point. I want to commit with 150 euro for round up the figure where FinDep don't give up. For tell you say I stand for you back for Island Mission. I know if you've ever paid. So I put in 150 for round up the figure for Meza. I know go talk much. As usual, they always there for Bolo.
Thank you
very
so
much. Thank you very much, Comrade Johnson. We'll be very grateful. And Comrade Abofri, you said there were other people also on the line.
Mission. He is the chair of Island Mission.
Oh yeah.
Okay. That reminds me again. Some comrades that don't talk for yesterday, then like the way Egg of Sea they function, but they never yet come closer to Egg of Sea. We did pass this message to all people that they out there with the sea leadership. They see leadership in the Egg of Sea, but they never yet joined the Egg of Sea. Say we get missions them across the world. And so if you there somewhere you not belong to a mission, contact any of us here, and we will be able for direct you who's your mission head a day, and it will fit for locate you with the rest of the members and within that your community. Very important. So if we live here, you also meet your friends and make sure say you tell them of the good work with the Egg of Sea they do, the good work with the Ambazonia Defense Forces they do, and the evidence they did for ground at the Siam. And we appeal for them, say me them get closer, commit themselves within the institution, and then we will fit for work together for reach higher heights. Comrade Abofri, you say some other name that we did, Amber Lady?
Yeah, Amber Lady, I don't ask you for unmute yourself, but I think you're not available. But I'm going to Big C. Big C, please unmute yourself.
Abofri, I am available.
Okay.
Abofri, I am available.
All right.
Yes.
Go ahead,
Ambazonia, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna go straight. I'm gonna go straight to the point. So this is the chair lady of Egg of Sea, Finland Mission, and to round up that figure, we will be sending 200 euros tomorrow to support Bamenda or Meza.
Thank you so much, chair lady. Much appreciated.
We don't hear a lot with women that they do. We'll be very grateful.
Thank you very much. Continue with the work. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Amber Lady. Were head of Finland Mission. Was that so? Did she say Finland Mission?
No, it's the chair lady of the Egg of Sea in the UK.
Ah, in the UK.
No, Finland.
Okay.
Finland.
Emma. It's Finland.
Yes, I had the Finland. I had the Finland.
Oh, it's Finland. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Thank you very much, comrade. And we hope say your mission they do well. Our regards to them over there. And we pray say we stay strong with us. Make sure say we prosecute this war to the end. We just get some announcement again from a young Egbe. Say you don't just contribute to $100 as he promised through the paper. Good. Comrade Abofri, I think if you confirm him.
Comrade Treasurer will confirm and let us know.
Okay.
Comrade Big C, please go ahead.
Okay. This question is come out from some people for Grand Zero where they follow with us, but they don't want their voice or they don't want talk for here because they don't know who they are around, who know they are around. If their voice will be recognized tomorrow. So number one, that you want to say that the time for the action, then we then the see AGF they take them for Ground Zero, they be 100% in support. The other thing where they get na question, they say up to now it take them a long time because most of the news where they follow they come from ABC, alphabet, ABC. Let's just leave it like that. And they say every time that the year Chris Anu they talk how he don't reach out for Comrade Ayaba, and because Ayaba na power monger, he know the one talk for them. And the other thing, a lot of the information where they get is it make it seems as if now them they do all the work for Ground Zero. I bet they just need some enlightenment in that.
Thank you. Thank you, Comrade Big C. If the defense chairman is there, I understand say the president for AGOFC not there again. If the defense chair is there for you, go talk about the action then for ground for answer your question. Yes, the defense chair is there. Have to unmute you. If you unmute yourself now, defense chair. Okay.
Thank you, Comrade Big C. This is a very touchy subject because one of the most important things that our people and those that you communicate with, take the message to them and to everyone. Hopefully in the next few weeks, the message will be communicated to them widely. Chris Anu is not an Ambazonian freedom fighter. Chris Anu, Sako, these are not Ambazonians freedom fighters. These are infiltrators, enablers that have put back the struggle months, that have the blood of some of our greatest heroes in their hands. Orchestrators of the murder of tens of Ambazonia. And I am not just talking Ambazonian women and children going about their business. I am talking those who gave up their life so that to protect those women and children. Let me tell you the story of General Ivo. He was a man who could have been anything in this world, who had every reason to say that I have done my part. The man that French Secret Service, together with La République, hot and use United Nations doctors or those posing as United Nations doctors to get him, who indicated that they could operate the eye that he almost lost in battle. Who had wounds right near his heart, shot, bleeding. But who, time after time, you see him sleeping on the side of a building on the floor, wounded. My God. And he will get up and go out and fight. he will get up and give me hope, give you hope, give the Ambazonian people hope. He will go into villages and you see towns and villages come out to throw the red carpet for him, that he refused and stood for them as a son of Ambazonia, and asked neighbors to look after neighbors, asked landlord to look after those that are renting for them, because the war is tough and making a living is tough. That is the man that the Christianos, the Sakos, turn our people like that he is an Ataganji boy. The crimes that those people have committed, they are traitors of Ambazonia. That is just the story of one Ambazonia I have told you about and what they did to a hero for our people. I have not gone to the Agama situations. I have not gone to the Smalley situations. Those are traitors, and I beg you, we will hold them accountable. Come rain, come high water. They and those who back them, we will hold them accountable. Take that message to our people who are confused and have not yet listened to this message. Take it to them. Those are traitors that will be held accountable by the Ambazonian people, by the Ambazonian Defense Forces.
Thank you, Dev Chair. I hope that comrade, the question be answered. Somebody just also add a name for to the name the way you list them, say Kizito Elad. Now one of the spoilers and way they enter inside war revolution and try for delay war path onto freedom. Just as the chairman say, he one mention leave which one. Now Smalley one mention them that the boys then we they move them out of hotel for inside Calabar way one mention them. A lot of them they were this crimes and they were these guys that don't commit them, contribute for key our own very soldiers and when that they fight for we for this liberation. So now the same people now say now make we collaborate with. Now the very people that now the sister don't talk on top of their TV, so they no go ever collaborate with Ayaba. Now the very people that now they run she don't down raise fund, say they want eliminate FM. They take a whole online program, say they want for raise money for they can key FM. And we see them. We see what way they do the 23 boys and for Bui. We see how FM escaped death, wounded. We never ever show now those videos. We will show now how FM be escaped someday. Again, people there, the one for commit through what tough TTOF.net. The figure for there, they commit on monthly basis. People there, the one do cash app contribution. The number there for you for on front 682-217-5006. Through texting 1833-603-0772. If you want to contribute through the PayPal account, reach out to we. We'll give you the PayPal account, then you'll be able to make your contribution. We also get Comrade Ferdinand, where they wait for line. Yes, Comrade Abu Free, you have something different?
No, go, Comrade Ferdinand, you can go ahead.
We're on the run out of time, and more comrade, the one for talk now, so we go do everything for stay here with you. May everybody be able for talk. So, Comrade Ferdinand, Comrade Abu Free will help to unmute you so that you be able to talk.
Thank you, Abu Free. Thank you very much. I want to just appreciate una for the hard work una they do. And I want to just add my voice of Big C. On because this Chris Anu, their TV don't do a lot of damage for Ground Zero, and it still do them. Because I will talk with my part today for morning time. If it tell me, he say now only for that Chris Anu, their TV where they get the information. I was so disappointed because I always update you with happenings them. if you ask me now, say wait, the ABC TV, the kind of information the way they get out for our people back home, I no get no idea because I need the first watch them, I need the first look them, I need the first even. I don't get nothing to do with that, but I was so disappointed. Me and he fight for phone over 1 hour. So I want to ask chairman, what did they do? Because this TV don't really cause too much damage for Ground Zero. What do we do for turn the situation around? Because all the work, even if you say ADF, maybe show like how a president talk, how a CIC talk, we need to do show. If maybe say we do what things that we need to do show like Chris Anu, all things we do for Ground Zero, Chris Anu they carry credit for. And our people them, they listing for them. So I be on here when I talk about TV, but I don't know which stage it is now and which stage we will bring her in for educate our people them. Because I believe saying that something will really need them now at this stage of time. So
Thank you very much.
I really now just want to add my voice of Big C on.
Thank you very much, Comrade Ferdinand. We agree with you.
I beg, I ask for Ferdinand a question from Ground Zero so that Dev Chair Fee just answer the question all in once. Another person from Ground Zero, they ask say, what the ADF they do for curb and restrict the activities of the people the way they kidnap and they give ADF a bad name by saying that now ADF don't do the kidnapping and ransom.
Yes, 100% correct.
Well, I'll leave the aspect of the kidnapping for the chairman of Ambazonia War Council for Ansaram on the TV issue. We understand very well, agree with you, say the ABC TV don't do a lot of damage on the ground, not be only for take credit for what the ADF that they do, they also intoxicate the citizens them, make them get some biased mind against our ADF boys them on the ground just because of say the one for delay the struggle. The chairman they don't talk for inside his statement where answer Big C. Their intention for use that thing not because they not believe in this struggle and they want make it remain stagnant like this and be running for so long so that they keep on making way that they make a living, of course. The president of the AGOFC, if he talks say this, so we no go take money where we na contribute them for year, but they can go open a TV. It never ever be the priority of the AGOFC for some open a TV. Our priority will always be na say make we defend the ground. But if he also talks this way, they give a blessing for Ambazonians them and AGOFCs the way they want to put their head together for say this so they create a TV station for the AGOFC. So we believe say that work they go on underground, but again maybe promise when I say no go be na money we na don't put that in for they can go buy guns them we go take an open TV. So it be left to those patriotic Ambazonians and where the things they so beside the money where they put them for inside defense, they go to put their heads in together, put up an AGOFC TV so that we'll be able to communicate with what people that are on the ground. I go ask now the chairman, make that respond on the issue of kidnap and ransom taking on the ground. Mr. Chairman.
Sorry, Chief of Staff, before the chairman comes to me, may I interject for a sec, please?
Yes.
Just to add to it, we don't talk about that CV. Yes, the president don't give a blessing and say we not use money where they put them for buy material for TV. And say make we the AGOFCs will open our own TV if we so wish. Because of that, a forum it will be created and sent out there. People they be willing, where they feel contribute towards the TV. So that forum is still be open. Everybody will really want me that TV it be materialized. So they beg say make you sign up onto that forum and then give whatever thing where you feel game towards the opening of this TV. No amount is too small. Anything where you gam, it will go towards the opening of that TV. So now order Adam. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We hear now from the chairman of the Ambazonia War Council.
Thank you, Chair. I just want to thank the couple of questions that have come in. the couple of interventions because it really touched on one of the holy grails in any struggle, and that is community and community soldier relationship. And one of the most important things that from the onset we had tried as much as possible to hammer into our soldiers and our people is the fact that we cannot fight this separate from our people. And that is why we have done a lot to rescue and release and work towards the release of a lot of our citizens that have been kidnapped. This past month, let me put it this month, I have received a lot of images and videos that is unfortunate that I cannot share with a lot of with the public, the Ambazonian public, and that is the images of our communities visiting some of our camps in both the Atlantic and the Savannah states, both. And sometimes they bring envelopes, and sometimes they bring envelope and drink. In one, they brought goat. And the aspect, it deals with just both questions that you guys have posed. The question of communication, too, and that of kidnapping. Because as we are reasserting control in certain areas in the Atlantic region, the areas are finally becoming governable under us. The population of kidnapping. And we have surgically entered into areas in order to take out some of those. I can tell you what was happening in Kwe. I can tell you some of the silent action that we took on the back with some of our forces to quell that down a little bit. We cannot solve it all, and we cannot be in every place at every moment. But where we are located, we always make sure that our first responsibility is that our people are not going to be penalized. That is our first responsibility. So thank you for that question, but those are the limitations and those are what we are able to do. We create perimeter around some of our bases. So for those bases, those perimeters, they are clear, but you also know, and that is the power of the support that each and every one of you have provided all over these years, that with all that amount of indoctrination by CRTV and CRTV Ambazonia, which is that ABC that you are talking about, with all that indoctrination, day in, day out, our people, you ask them on the street, especially where the fightings are going on, they know the army of Ambazonia. They know the People's Army. They know what the ADF is doing. But you cannot fight a revolution without a communication. That is more than 50% of the fight. And so we must get that right. and we must get it right soon. So I thank FINDEB for giving an option that there is a forum created where people can, who really want to participate on the side on this, go there, because it is, as we indicate, it is going to be really a problem if we come like this and we are focusing on putting money on the communication tool and the defense of our land crumble, or a guy die on the street because he doesn't have what it takes, and we have put that in television. Let that be the side project and let us get it off the ground. Thank you. You are muted, Ambassador.
Oh, sorry, I'm just speaking to myself. Thank you. Thank you, Chairman, for that elaborate explanation. We hope the comrades, the way they ask those questions, they don't get a satisfactory answer. We get again one of our highest donor them for today, Comrade Vena. We don't raise your hand again for up. We could hear from Comrade Vena, and then we'll go for Isaman, also don't raise your hand again up. We could hear for Comrade Vena now. If you unmute yourself, Comrade Vena. Comrade Vena, are you there? Comrade Vena.
I have sent him a request to unmute. So.
Okay.
Hello, comrades. Okay. I want to thank everybody for the show of support where would they do for our fellow patriots and on ground zero. And I'll be delighted, but at the same time, I feel like I need to do a little bit more, because I get that desire for go home. And I know say now the action of our war heroes, where it will make that dream, it become a possibility. So for Sweep House, and for say thank you for defending Mezam, I send in an additional 300 for say make the boys them and the powerful women on the battlefront, may they be armed well. I mean, nothing no be as embarrassing as sending somebody say make it go farm where you know cutlass, manure and fertilizer. So I want thank Una. All right.
Thank you very much, comrade. Chairman de for the year you, Mange de for the coordinator for Mezami the year you, Capo Daniel the year you, they see the effort we to make them. They move that amount up from 400 way down for contribute now to $700. When I think for appreciate, we'll be very grateful. People that do it, they get consent for our boys and for the ground. The boys they put their life on the line for the sake of freedom. For we will don't hide for abroad. We don't say we will hide for abroad. We could just imagine say if somebody be forced, we say go for the ground, go fight. Wait to be that thing where you equate them for saying you not go on the ground for go fight. We believe say if the doesn't even say a house just because you don't want to go for the ground zero, you go prefer for sell them than for say you go for ground zero, you go carry AK. Only after so many people that sell their house, we ask now say make people then commit something reasonable way go feel sustain these boys them on the ground. We get we'll never fail here from Galaxy A5. They go find more here from Galaxy A5 too. Comrade Abu, free help for unmute Galaxy A5.
But you know get audio, so I know if you on mute, you know get audio.
Okay.
Yeah, so Galaxy A5, if you activate your audio, that would be great, because even if I turn you on, in fact, I don't even get means to turn you on or for unmute you. Not turn you on. I'd ask palm down. I think palm down, Jojo, you hand it up. Sorry, excuse me. Palm down, Jojo, you hand it up. So if you unmute yourself, that would be good.
Okay. Comrade, palm down, Jojo.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good evening, all.
Good evening,
Hello?
comrade.
Yeah. So I thank you very much for the day of today. And I see what will happen for Amanda. Last week, I will try to contribute 100 euros. I see I'm say, correct. So this I will pay my tough every month. Though this week I don't decide say I will still put another 100 euros because that land all my land I will land a group of Bamenda. I don't work for T Junction. I can't come outside, so I not leave my put a die. So I will put again another 100 euros through actually Lucas because I will put 100 euros last week. So this is where I'll put 100 euros again. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, palm down, Jojo, for that contribution and commitment we to make and true tough. We'll be very grateful. Make everybody that think like her palm down the thing. And we leave a homeland. We want to go back for that homeland. Some people that they try for defend and for we. We'll be very grateful for your contribution. God bless you.
Thank you very much.
If we not get further hand them, we will round up this evening. We don't get a very long town hall meeting. And we think everything passed very well. We be grateful.
Isaman, in hand be there up. Isaman.
Yeah, can I?
Yes, sir.
Sorry, can I interject there for 1 second?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Unfortunately, we haven't reached our target, and we are closing. So what are we going to do? We need 200 to reach our target.
Oh, that target never reached?
No.
Okay.
So please, let's make it up. Thank you, Ahil.
Thank you. Unfortunately, Comrade Galaxy not be able for get the audio connected, so not be able for even unmute to make it up, but we see hand for up.
So we get some option where you say merge with audio. I don't know if that will work. Comrade Galaxy A5, I merge your audio with mine so that you will be able to talk. So if you see that option come up, try as much as possible to connect. I think that's what it means.
Let us be listening to Isaman.
Okay.
Yes, thank you again for giving me this opportunity. Myself, I'll be Momo Pikin, special president, not Widikum, but I want to say, I want to ask a question for the AGOFC administration. Behind the scene, there are many things going on. If it happens, because if it happens that private individuals put forth what is being needed to take us to Boya, are ADF willing to join wholeheartedly to march together to get what they need also to put more fire in Ground Zero? If they are willing to participate, they don't need to march to put anything. Because in the near future, I believe by God's grace, private individuals may become what they need to push out La Republic. So I'm asking, is the ADF willing? They're willing to also participate as partners or in a way of unity for everybody to reach Boya. Then when they reach Boya, there are those who want to play politics, they will play politics. The private individual will go back where they come from.
I'm not going to even allow now the chairman for Defense Council make that respond, or we will know him very well. We don't always preach out there. The AGOFC be ready for collaborate. We don't come out there so many times trying for create a collaboration platform. You will be aware of the contender force and not be made up of only the the ADF. It be a platform.
In this big work, I'm not going to say much, but I'm just going to make up the $200, you know, for our target for the replenishment.
Yay!
Thank you very much, comrade. You do wonderfully, and you take help we for round up this day. If we receive more, of course, in a good thing, we will get our paper account here. We also say people the figure for. We also say people the figure for tough. They make a monthly commitment. People if put in through the cash app number. We'll ask our technical team to put them up again so that people there they just join. This is a platform that will fit for C&2. You can also make your contribution through texting. The number also they available. People there the one who put in money through PayPal. You reach out to any member of the Egg of C. They will be able for provide you with the PayPal account so that you make your commitment. We'll be very grateful for people the way they participate here today.
We get some two hands there up, I beg no leave money may go like that. We get some.
Okay.
I wanted to find out how Comrade Stanlow will send his money. How do we?
Yes, when I reach out to Comrade Stanlow or Comrade Stanlow, you get the opportunity for tell we how you want to send in the money, whether on a cash app or on a PayPal. If Comrade Stanlow see the
He did, but I think he be muted. Let me unmute him. Comrade Stanlow, I sent you an unmute request.
Okay. Yeah, so can I have the cash app? I know I have from can I cash app it to Mawali, or who can I cash it up to?
I don't think Comrade Wali's cash app is working.
We'll get a cash app number here.
There's a
We'll get a cash app number here, 682-217-5006.
Just wait, let me copy it.
Yes, sir.
So while he's copying, I received a call from Comrade Carl in the UK, and he's committing €50 or £50. £50 is in the UK. £50, and he's going to make that donation through Erica.
Okay, I got it.
Thanks very much for that, comrade. Nothing, not small. We want to say even a $1 people that put in, it will help the boys them for defend the ground for we. They will be able to protect our mama them. They will be able to protect our girls them where they be armless, they be defenseless. And so we get that civic responsibility for make sure to provide the ammunition and they can protect them.
Don't finish.
Of course, we'll not be able to connect with Galaxy. Comrade Abu Free, any other hand again up?
Yeah, I don't ask Comrade Judith for unmute itself. Comrade Judith.
Okay. You don't mute yourself again. Help her again to unmute.
Okay. I don't unmute.
Okay, yes.
Okay, I just want to talk now. I don't send in $200.
Thank you very much, comrade. Be very
Thank
grateful.
you so much, Comrade Judith.
Yes,
We
ma'am.
promise you put in the 200. You don't receive. You don't put that in. We'll be very grateful. So we'll not be able to connect with the Galaxy.
Thank you. I don't know how I feel. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank everybody. At least we don't get to our target. I want to thank everybody for the sacrifices. Despite the short notice, we just stand up tall to say that we must get to our homeland. I want to thank everybody. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. The boys will be very, very proud. And we will be able now to replenish all the bullets we Mesam done waste on La Republic on the other day. Another waste in the not in the negative term but in the positive term. I hope so una understand what I mean. So
sure.
I thank all una, and so the boys now will be very, very happy. We're going to replenish the material so that they feed the forge ahead so that Boya is
Here
for
we
us
come.
to grab. Thank you. I hear it.
Thank you, Findep. Now head of the finance department that way just come off for talk every day for you. We follow up the contribution they'll make them, and already they do the addition them, and they don't tell when I say this, so we don't hit the target of $6,000, and we think say this so a sufficient thing for buy granite for the boys them for run the next coming days or weeks. It depends how far they will go, but if we run again short of bullet, of course we'll call again, make una commit. We don't hold a hit for snake. We must make sure this that snake. We'll be very grateful for people the way they attend this session today. Our thanks, special thanks to the chairman who has been all through here with us and answering the questions. The technical team of this town hall meeting, we want to appreciate the marvelous job we will run the do on the whole day today, and for the time they will run the do and before. And the co-host them for today, of course, we also want to thank all up for the marvelous job we will run do as a team. I think so we don't successfully get a successful town hall meeting. Fellow Ambazonians, them we will not be participate for here. We'll be very grateful for our donation. We'll not go here for win as usual. We'll go make sure say this so Bamenda remain hot. Thank you very much again for coming. We'll close down, and we wish you a nice time.
Yo voy primero.